What?
We're live.
Well, it
Just go to the channel. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Actually, it looks like an AR-15.
It's going to be technical.
Freaking puto.
Oh my god!
Maybe that's why we got. Maybe that's why we got viewers
My
last time.
audio's doing that fun thing again, so give me a second.
Why does it look like an AK-47?
It's the dynamic
Oh,
lighting.
yeah, see.
That's so weird.
Oh, mine froze on my phone. Lame.
So crazy. Just like, oh yeah, just from that one position.
Yeah.
Taken out of context, that could be bad, right?
Yeah, like if I move around, no problem. But like, maybe that's why we got viewers last time, because like they were like scrolling by and like, what the fuck is this?
It's a gun.
It's supposed to be D&D.
It's a gun D&D.
That gun has people inside it.
Because one of the people that were watching us was like, is this live at the moment? And now that I'm thinking back, maybe it was because we didn't move on the screen at all, like the characters.
No, it's not live at all. This is all pre-scripted.
Everything.
It's pre-scripted.
It's a
This is
really bad
recorded
script.
message.
All right, enough of that crap.
No! The
Okay.
girl
Aaron just dropped
20 has
out.
started.
No,
No!
no, she can't drop out. She didn't even get all her credits yet.
It's doing the thing again, and I like don't know.
The audio thing's messed up.
Yeah. Ooh, it's the headphones now,
Yeah.
but everyone's frozen.
Yeah,
Wait, no,
it's dropping in and out right now.
I'm not frozen, I just died.
Wait, are we actually frozen or are we fake frozen?
Oh crap. The boy who
Oh,
cried wolf.
Yeah, exactly. We did this to ourselves.
Oh no! Shit, I don't know what
Why?
happened. My thing just like
Why?
totally just decided to refresh
I also know on my phone.
randomly.
I'm gonna refresh too. Why not? I want to be cool.
Dog.
No, don't do it, stop!
It's just-
Everything is
Heather did
broken after
too?
that.
Everybody starts refreshing.
That's so weird. What the hell?
Welcome, whoever's watching us. We are gonna get started soon.
I'm sorry.
You can write a strongly worded letter to Roll20 in our
I prefer you didn't.
behalf.
Please make them switch to .com instead of .net.
Yeah, include our names and everything, please.
That's so weird. Did they like blip out at the same time that I did?
No, it was just you.
It's just me. Okay, because they're not showing up for me.
Oh,
Fuck yeah!
you might want to restart then.
Shoot. All
I
right.
can't see Aaron.
Um,
I see her on the stream.
My
All
audio.
right, I guess I'll refresh.
Finally
Ugh.
fucking hear everybody.
Nice.
Woo! Diesel, stop putting your throat directly behind my wheel.
Oh, that's scary.
My dog's
Yeah, he's,
trying
like,
to get himself
cuddling it.
killed, but he just lays there, throat up to my wheel.
Oh no, everybody's dropping
on.
out.
Oh, I lost Alex.
I lost Alex too,
And then there were three.
and I can't hear Heather.
I have you guys. Am I gone?
I can hear
Oh.
Alex, but I cannot see him.
You can't hear me.
Why is this happening?
Alex, give us a sign.
I see you guys.
All right, let me.
He can see you guys.
Let me be the guiding voice.
Can you guys?
Now
see,
I'm gonna reconnect.
Can you guys see Alex?
No.
I can't see Alex.
Okay, I can see. Oh,
Nope. There goes Heather.
no, no! Oh, Heather's
Oh,
back.
Wait, Heather's back.
I don't hear Heather though. Do you guys hear Heather?
Oh, he's back. Hooray.
Yeah, she was eating.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Yeah, it's really hard to eat.
With two less teeth.
Oh, that's right.
Freshly yanked.
Oh.
Freshly yanked. No. I'm 72 hours out.
Fresh picked.
So yeah.
That does not sound like fun.
Speaking of, I need some ibuprofen.
Aw. Poor baby.
Oh, man, it sucks.
That really blows. But it's better that you got it taken care of.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, it was put off for a while.
I keep showing Alex my stitches. I'm like, look!
Oh, should we check it out now?
True.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Ow, ow, ow.
All right. Just so I'm sure, we all leveled up and we should be max health, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm ready to die.
We're level 6 now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. Okay, so kind of catching up from the last session. You guys, first of all, you guys murdered a bunch of old people.
We did it. Ryan did.
Swiftly and effectively.
Okay, I started it, and then he just finished the task.
Like, all right, you know what? Enough of this crap. Let me show you how it's done.
Yeah. I would blast him in the face with like fire bullets or something, and then he would just come in and destroy them.
When he walked into that room, he just...
Oh god, I just imagine that from Rick Tavia's like perspective, and that's just ugh. Okay. All right, so you guys rescued the winery. Jose, stop.
What?
I can hear your breath on the microphone.
It's intense.
Stop.
You sound like a tornado coming towards us.
Wow. I guess I'll stop breathing now.
Yeah.
I mean, you said it, not me.
Wait, actually, you know what? Let me test something. Is this getting softer for you guys? Hello, testing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I think
Much lower.
I have my sensitivity like really high on the. On this.
Oh, that's probably why.
Yeah, go.
I can hear the ghost.
Oh.
Can you hear my? Can you hear my breathing now?
I can hear your hair growing.
That's what it was. It wasn't me breathing.
Oh.
No, I can't hear you breathing.
Because I'm not breathing. Right.
Ah, okay. Jose.
Yeah.
Again, breathe in real quick.
No, I'm breathing.
Oh, God.
I get purple and just.
That's dedication. He gets inspiration. Someone call him an ambulance. So.
That'd be a problem because Kristen's not here right now.
Uh-oh.
She comes home, sees a bunch of flies.
Quick,
What's that smell?
somebody in the Twitch stream, call him an ambulance.
Help.
I can't be bothered. I have to worry about these stats. Okay. All right. Anyways, back on track. You guys liberated the winery. It was a grueling uphill battle
Yes.
for like the first 10 seconds. And then after that, it was basically murder. You found out that the pine cone shaped gem was actually something called a seed for the winery. You gave it back to him, even though Vesemir wanted to hoard it. And then Davian asked for you to do one last favor, which was escort his sons back to Vallaki while they had a shipment of wine escort them the next morning back to Vallaki. Just in time for the Festival of the Blazing Sun. Yay!
Yay.
So Davian tells you that they're going to have to leave before first light. So like in real world, like 5 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, welcome to my world. and so he offers you guys to stay here. There's plenty of room. When he's probably gonna have to sleep in the printing press though, but they lay out a little bedroll.
It's okay, I can do that.
So,
I'll take the hit.
Small Drax sleeps in the brown mold room, just hibernate.
It's good. Nice and cold in there.
Somebody go
Yeah.
get small Drax.
Sleeps for 14 hours.
Roll him out on his belly.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn off the music now. All right, so it's now very, very early in the morning. Davian comes to wake you up from your lodgings, and lets you know that he already has his sons set about loading up the remainder of the wine, which was in the cellar. There were 3 casks in the wagon already, but there's another remaining 3 in the cellar. So, Rictavia's already up. He's old. He wakes up at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
I just want to say that I hear somebody else is breathing, and it's not me. Okay.
Is it me?
I think so.
My mic is muted right now.
I can't do anything about the sensitivity on my mic. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I don't have a sophisticated mic like he does. Or do I? Hold on.
Oh.
No, I don't. No, you're just gonna have to deal with it. So, all right. So the storm from the previous night has receded. It's not gone away, but it has caused a wall of fog to appear. Not the spell. A wall of fog to appear around the winery, past the vineyards. So when you wake up, all you see is obviously the grounds, the vineyards, and then just fog with like trees poking up past the fog. Excuse me. Rictavia is actually helping the sons load the wine into the wagons, and his normal appearance has given way to him rolling up his sleeves, kind of a thing going on. He's got that old man strength going for him. And then once he sees one of the sons go to get the horses out of the stables, and they lead him out. Actually, I believe the son's name was like Aiden and something else. Hold on. Anyways,
do you remember how much gold we got last time? I mean, silver.
I think I put it in the chat.
Adrian and Oliver. That's who it is. My bad. I knew it was A something. I didn't want to say Aiden. Anyways, Elver, the younger of the 2 sons, brings out the 2 horses, and he feeds one of them oats. And when he does, like a kind of a pained expression comes over Rictavia's face. Not like cringing, but it's more like sadness. He misses his horse.
Oh.
Wait, we don't have horses?
No, you guys didn't have horses.
No, not us. I mean them. As I'm like,
What?
they don't have horses. So how are we gonna take the friggin'?
No, they have horses.
Oh, okay.
Rictavia misses his horse, Drusilla,
Oh.
because he got killed by the werewolves.
That's true. Sorry.
Aw.
No.
That's sad.
Rictavio, it's okay. He will be in horsey heaven.
Well, first of all, it was a girl, but thank you.
She will be in horsey heaven.
First of all, Drusilla was a girl.
You'll be reunited someday.
Rictavio, you'll be with her one day.
There you go.
He gives you a look that's like, fucking really?
Very soon.
Oh.
As a matter of fact.
The way this adventure is going, very soon we will be there.
Actually, speaking of which, make sure to take your blood pressure medication.
Alright.
Anyways, but he says something to the fact of he kind of just like doesn't talk about the very soon part. but he's like, yes, once this, and he like kind of gestures towards the area that where Castle Ravenloft is. He's like, once all this is settled, I intend on making those werewolves pay.
I will offer my help, but last time you ran away from us.
Ah.
Last time I had a good reason. I still have a good reason. I still can.
You can still run, that's true.
We'll see how I feel about you when we get there, Mister.
Mister. Yes.
Mister.
Mister.
That's Mister to you, Mister.
All
right. So while you guys are bickering back and forth, the elder son, Adrian, has set up like a lamp on the wagon, and he goes to take the driver's seat. Elver is sitting next to him, and he's actively loading up a crossbow. Like he's got the foot down, and he's pulling back the thing, and he sets a bolt in, and he's like, and he gives you all a look that says, "Just in case." There is 2 seats on the back of the wagon for a drover. If anyone wants to sit in the back.
I want to go in the front because I have high perception and I cannot be surprised by fiends and whatever and so forth.
You can't be surprised by what? No, wait. Hold on.
Here,
I have your class pulled up. Don't try this.
It's under.
It's you can't be surprised by undead while you're tracking them. I thought.
So there's no like carriage spot. I literally just went to the area we caved into the winery because there's a little carriage there. So I'm putting my position on. I'm loaded up with the wine right now. I'm just chilling.
Oh,
It's like I saved my seat.
So it seems like they changed it. So it's now only I have advantage on wisdom survival checks on faith, fiends, and undead. And I also get advantage on intelligence ability checks to recall information about them. Damn it.
Okay. Well, there you go. So there you go. So now you can't be caught by surprise.
I'll sit on the back of the one with all the cask on it and load my crossbow up as well.
Yeah, I'm also sitting in the back, hanging out, swinging my feet out.
I still have pretty high perception though.
Okay, so Lilith and Small Drax are sitting in the back.
Mhm.
Where are you gonna sit, Vesemir and Calaxia?
Is there a place in the front?
There is. Well, if you make one of the brothers move, he's gonna have to walk.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So
There's not enough-
we're not like rushing there.
No, you guys are carrying casks of wine. It's not like
On a cart, right? With horses.
yeah, on a cart with horses. It's not like it's not fucking Balto.
How many horses do we have?
2.
That's enough. How many casks? Let's do the math here. No, so you guys are in the back. If I make one of the brothers move, he has to walk. That's kind of fucked up.
so there's not enough
Can you
room
ride
for
on
all of
top?
us? Yeah.
You can probably do the thing where like you ride with like one leg in the cart and the other one like on the area where like above the wheel. You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I'm
about?
gonna do that. I look
Yeah.
cool doing that.
Or you can ride on your lap.
They get too close to a tree. Poof.
Yeah, any small bumps you have to make like an athletics check to not fall.
Oh god.
We lost Vesemir again.
But yeah, I want to do that because I want to like make sure if I perceive anything.
Okay.
So is there not enough room for me now to sit, or?
You can do the same thing that like Vesemir's doing. Rick Tobby actually sees that. Like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
All right, well, I'll just do that on the other side then, I guess. So we'll both be looking out, half in, half out.
Yeah.
No one's sneaking up on us.
That's right. Feel the breeze through my feathers, It'll
No.
be good.
Oh, we'll see about that. Hold on, just oh god. Hold on, ignore that.
Oh, I see everything. I see all this.
I said ignore it. What did I just say, Jose?
I can't ignore what is in my eye.
Oh.
Where the hell is the world map? Hold on.
You deleted it.
The world is gone.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was right next to the map that I put the players tag on. Moron.
I'm about to cry for you.
Huh?
I was about to just like weep for you if you had deleted the world map.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Just like have fun putting that bitch back in there.
No. I
Okay.
turn my AC down. I'll be right back. Sorry.
That's fine. So that's actually kind of funny because I'm like, Heather, you know the pain of aligning a map to a grid. I just found out yesterday there is an alignment tool for
No.
map 2020.
Fucking way.
If you go to map and background and you right click and hit advanced, there's an align to grid tool.
I have a Mac. I don't have right click.
And I screamed at Jose. I'm like, oh my God, there's an alignment tool and it works. And Jose's like, yeah, you didn't know? I'm like, you didn't fucking
I thought that's how you guys were
Jose,
doing it.
You let me and Andrew suffer.
You didn't ask me for starters.
Negative
Oh,
inspiration.
shut the fuck up.
Way.
You guys were never like, hey, help me with this map.
I
Jose,
I
you
was
said
just-
you were having problems.
I was having problems too because for me,
for
for me the alignment tool wasn't working too well. That was my issue. Like it will be always like slightly off.
I messaged Andrew so many times about like this is bullshit. Why Roll20? What is this nonsense? Why will it never just stay?
Do you realize? Okay, so the vineyard map that you guys were at 2 sessions ago, I had to painstakingly okay, what's the details on this? It's this many pixels.
That's
need
impressive.
This much
I'll give you
control.
guys that. That's impressive.
Like I had,
No, it was so upsetting.
I'm so mad right now.
No.
Wow. That will teach you not to ask me.
No, we're making like one solid DM what the fuck stream now. We're gonna have like a nice little chat. just for
We're
that.
just
We
gonna
have to have a
clip the whole
separate
section.
meeting
The
for that.
next episode of Attack of Opportunity. 3DMs talk about the bullshit of Roll20. 3 hours long.
The lessons of communicate with other DMs. You might learn something.
It's 3 hours long after heavily being edited. It's like 6 hours of raw footage. Yeah, I told him that would have been handy before I had a mental breakdown.
I'm sorry.
A couple slight mental breakdowns. Also, I almost listened to your guys' podcast while I got my teeth pulled, but decided I would laugh too much. I was like, I will choke. I can't do this.
That would be a bad idea. Yes.
Yes, because then we could be sued. That would be awkward.
I'm just imagining like in the middle of dentistry laughing, like chuckling really intensely. I was like, ah, ah, ah. It would be Small Drax's laugh.
Yes, please don't harm yourself while listening to our podcast. It's not worth it.
It's really not. It's most definitely not worth it. Okay. So, you guys, don't worry about the bubbles here. All right. So you guys set out. The wagon, it's creaking along the rough Barovian path, and you guys roll into the fog, and you can see behind you the winery. The lights of the winery grow dim and dimmer and dimmer, then eventually just completely cut off. This is the first time you have been in the darkness and the fog.
Wait, we set out at night? Hold on. When did this happen?
No, it's not. It's very, very early.
Oh, okay.
You guys want to get to Valaki early. That way they can set up all the wine barrels and stuff before the festival rush happens. I'm cold. I'm sorry about the blanket. I'm just really cold.
How dare
I
you be
thought it was just a pimp coat.
No, it's a.
Is that your
Leopard?
wizard's coat?
I think it's a giraffe.
Ah,
I think so. I don't
I
know.
mean, that's exotic enough to be a wizard's cloak.
Behold, I wear the skin of a long donkey.
It makes that a little better, like a tall lion.
No, long donkey. That's what it is now.
Also known as the tall goat. Anyway. Okay, so this is the first time you've been on the path through Barovia when it's dark and it's foggy, and even though the majority of you probably have dark vision, it's still pretty oppressive. damn it! I had something here. Hold on. Wait, let me look through my notes real quick. Talk amongst yourself.
No, we're all just gonna stare at you.
No, please don't. We're gonna get the most viewers now.
That is what tends to happen.
All of
Yeah, we're doing pretty good.
all 13 unique viewers we get in one session.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, Rictavio asks one of the sons, "What's the deal with Baba Lysaga?" And Elver does that thing where he starts like immediately like spilling like all the details about it, not out of like excitement, but kind of the opposite of that, out of like fear. And he goes on to explain that this Baba Lysaga is also called the second mother of Strahd, and while Strahd is probably the greatest evil in Barovia, Baba Lysaga is the most evil in Barovia. Whereas Strahd feigns nobility, and kind of hides behind that mask. Baba Lysaga is just sadism incarnate.
Could this be the Conjurer card that we got?
Ooh.
This card tells of history. Knowledge of ancient will help you better understand your enemy. Fortune. I see dead village drowned by river. Ruled by one who has brought great evil into this world.
And they also go on to explain how Baba Lysaga was, what's the word? Not wet nurse, but like I don't want to say nanny either, but kind of like the person that took care of little baby Strahd while Queen Ravenovia was doing her own thing.
What's her name? Baba Yaga?
Baba Yaga. No, it's a midwife. That's what it is. Baba Lysaga.
Can you spell
Baba
that?
Lysaga.
It's in the Trello. You guys put it in the Trello.
We did.
Oh.
Yeah, I know because I checked. Make sure you guys weren't looking up art again.
Oh,
No,
I
actually,
see. I just put it under NPCs instead of. I'm gonna put it under the card.
That's fine. No, actually, I went to the Trello because I added new art for Victor. If you guys want to check that out.
Ooh. I haven't
Same.
checked that.
You're welcome.
Perfect. That's now the cover now.
Yeah, Queen Ravenovia's midwife.
Heather, you're the better one at taking notes. You should be doing Trello all the time.
Oh, but I like my physical notes, my color-coded.
Let her do her. No, you're not the DM here, sir.
I'm trying my best here, and it's all a mess. I need your
I'm
help.
sorry.
That's the perfect image for Victor.
I forgot my password, so we'll take care of this later.
All right.
Can you send me whatever awesome images since then? I think everybody else is curious. I think it's just me and you that have access to Trello.
Yeah, I can't get into my account right now.
I invited all of you guys.
Really?
Yeah, everybody's here except for Howard.
Why?
Howard's here too. Oh wait, no.
Do you remember?
There's 2H. One for Heather, one for Howard.
I feel like we just need to like marathon all the old sessions.
Are you gonna do
What?
that?
Probably not. No.
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
All right, so Baba Yaga is
Baba Lysaga.
is the bringer of all evil into Barovia, and she was the midwife of the queen.
Yes, and she was used
Raised
specifically.
Strahd.
She was used specifically because she was known for because she would cast protect the spells over little baby Strahd. But then after Strahd became what he is now, something happened dramatic. So, and now she is what she is now.
And where is she residing in the drowned, the flooded city, whatever?
Adrian pipes up and says the ruins of Berez.
The ruins of Perez.
Berez.
I don't have it here. All right. What is Perez?
Let's see. Would they know what happened to Berez? Hold on, let me find out. If not, you'll just have to go there and see for yourself.
Let's go there right now.
Huh?
Let's go there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck this.
With the wine cart.
We're turning. Yeah, I say we're turning this card around.
Yeah, bring the wine.
Just imagine the face of one of the brothers, like, what? It's like, wait a minute.
Okay, yeah, they don't know what happened to Perez. It happened before their time. So
All right,
it probably happened before Davian's time too.
Go, horsey.
Okay.
Aw.
Yeah.
I need a little gentle, like.
I did. I was like, oh, did it sound too harsh? I'm
I
sorry.
know there was definitely like a.
I was like,
Yeah, you're,
Move, foul beasts.
don't abuse the horse. Don't abuse the horse.
I'm not abusing any animals, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So before the Twitch stream calls PETA on us,
Please don't.
or ASPCA, if anybody
Oh
goes,
yeah.
hey, come on, like really. All right. So you make it about this far, and at this point, like it's not dawn. There's no such thing as dawn in Barovia, but it's like that weird gray twilight before dawn. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, looking back at the Twitch streams, I realize I say you know what I'm talking about a lot.
Because we know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because you guys
Yeah, we
know.
understand. Got it.
We got
Right.
it.
So you make it about this far. And the wagon wheels creak against the rough Barovian path. When through the fog, you see grotesque decoys of burlap and straw. Scarecrows.
Oh man.
One of them looks like the scarecrow that you guys fashioned at the winery, or vineyard, rather. I should say vineyard.
We left him behind. He's following us now.
Quick question. Did you guys update your bubbles in the winery section?
And the winery, yes, not here.
Okay, all right. So then I'll just, yeah, that's what I'll do then. I'm learning.
Update what?
The bubbles on your token.
The bubbles?
Yeah, you know, like the little like when you click on your token, it has like the health and the.
Oh yeah, I haven't touched those.
Well, now's your perfect chance to update them.
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's see.
Anyway, I've just been using my character sheet to do all that.
That's perfectly fine. Just as long as there's some way for you guys to keep track. So.
So the green is your health?
No, I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It's just saying.
Yeah, sorry, I just feel like a dork for not knowing like what those were. I thought they changed the color of your circle like thing, like the ring around your circle. So like
No.
What is the blue? Passive perception or?
I thought. Yes, maybe.
Blue is. Tell you right now. Blue is your armor class.
okay.
But
And
what's the red?
Yeah.
That's your passive perception.
Ah,
Wait. No, I lied.
I think that's backwards,
Ha!
right?
No way. Okay, cool.
Because the problem is that my passive perception and armor class is the same, so I can't tell you.
Okay, my passive
Okay.
perception.
You
Okay.
also can change them. Like in your DM settings, you can change what those bubbles indicate based on what you.
It's all right. I'm not gonna get that deep into it.
I was actually gonna ask you about that because, like, when you run your game, they were updated automatically.
Yeah, because I actually went into each of your character sheets and selected what those bubbles would indicate. Because I know that I usually just update my character sheet and don't want to go in and like update it on the token.
Mm.
But if you go into the actual character sheet settings, you can do that. It's a little granular, but it was nice.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. Because I have no idea how the fuck to do that.
Okay, so you're gonna have to forgive me for this, but I tried my best. I couldn't find a proper wagon token, so just imagine you guys are on a wagon. Okay?
That's fine.
Because like all the wagon tokens I could find had like it was a white square with a wagon in the middle of it. No, we're not doing a cardboard cutout. So
You got the horse.
yeah. So yeah, the horse is the wagon. So just imagine that. Okay. All right, scarecrows. The Martikov sons exchange uneasy glances towards one another as they. I imagined they were riding side by side, but I guess the other one has to kind of like look back at. Oh wait, no, one's not walking, is he? Never mind.
No, they were all in the car.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So as they don't say anything, but as you guys are riding through the just imagine there's scarecrows along this path here. As you guys are riding through, they're like really uneasy, and they just kind of look at one another, and even the horses kind of like start like. I'm not making horse noises, but they start. You could tell they start to get uneasy, like they're kind of stamping and stuff like that. Oh, my coaster.
Great.
Oh dear.
Did you guys see the coasters that Teresa got me?
Yeah, they're very nice.
No.
Let's see.
Oh, that's cool. Is that a bat?
Ooh.
That's dragon.
I like it. It's a tiny dragon.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I can't see. I'm blind.
that's okay. And then I had one at the D20, and then one that has a mind flayer on it.
Ooh.
cool.
Oh, the
Yeah, mind flayer.
Oh, that's awesome.
So okay. Anyways,
That's so cool.
just want to show that off. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
So where are these things?
They are like, for instance, one's like right here, one's like right here, right there. Kind of like just like sort of like lined up along the road.
And there's scarecrows. Like, are they alive or are they?
No, they're just like kind of just like hanging on like posts, like like how scarecrows are.
Okay. Okay. And so the horses are uneasy, and there's a bunch of scarecrows on either side.
Everybody's uneasy except for you guys. I don't know how you guys can be as cool as a cucumber. That's fine.
So it's actually the Strahd scarecrow that we made.
Well, one of them is the Strahd scarecrow, but the rest are just like scarecrows. Like, so.
Are you guys cool if I shoot this with a firebolt?
No, don't waste it. Or is that a cantrip?
That's the cantrip.
Oh, do it.
Shoot the fucker.
I was gonna shoot the Strahd one.
You're gonna okay. You shoot the Strahd one, and it like goes up in flames.
So I just want to say that I just learned I cannot use my Intuos Pro Wacom tablet on Roll20.
Damn. That's ridiculous.
However,
I was gonna start drawing all the scarecrows.
That sucks that you can't use it. You should be able to make it compatible, but yeah,
It doesn't like it.
that's weird.
It registers the mouse. It doesn't register me putting pressure on the pad. Whatever. I'm back 100%. Sorry about that. Let's do this.
that's all right. That's okay. You're just you're just doing it. That's fine.
I'm being obnoxious. I know.
That's okay. So Lilith shoots off a firebolt, and it hits the Strahd one. It goes up in flames, but as the burlap starts burning, because you've dealt with a scarecrow before, as the burlap starts burning, straw doesn't fall out, but instead like insects which are now burned up, just like worms and maggots and stuff like that. Suddenly, the other scarecrows come alive with knives for claws and bloodlust in their eyes.
Of course.
I knew this happens.
Expected that one to happen.
Ah. See, I tricked you.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's
Oh
get
god.
here.
Tricked me. I'm surprised you'd let me get that far.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking. Ah. Like an idiota, I didn't freaking select my token. There you go.
Oh shit. Yeah, me neither.
Hold on just a moment. As all of the scarecrows come alive.
You said it was only 2.
No, I said the streets were lined with scarecrows.
Oh.
All right, I want to turn to the Vineyard Brothers. Sorry, Vineyard. And just tell them, yeah, and just tell them to take cover. Just like hide yourself, don't run.
Like over here, type station, behind this
Oh
building.
no, I was thinking like under the line, or like under the cart. They just need to be like out of the way.
Well, like yeah, take the horse here, like over here.
The older one, presumably because he's older and wiser, goes like, "That's a good idea." The younger one's like, "Fuck this," and like lines up the crossbow. he's
I smack the kid on the back of the head and tell him to go get in the bushes.
he's,
Like, no, go.
he's young. He's full of piss and vinegar. Let him have this.
Nope. He's gonna get himself murdered.
He's gonna get killed by a scarecrow.
You
I
want to
mean,
be
could we
chaotic
not-
good? I'm chaotic good now. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, could we not gallop through this and like shoot them with our arrows? You know, like continue on. We're on like a willow situation. We're on this cart. We're gonna like, I don't know, fly through there and shoot them with arrows.
Yeah, just do a
Just
drive-by.
disengage.
Yeah.
Do a drive
Yeah.
by. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on the side, so I'll just like swing my sword. So I go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gladiator style.
Yeah,
hanging
you have
off the
to,
side.
Well, hold on, because a lot of the scarecrows rolled better than you did. So
Oh shit! I didn't see the turnover.
yeah, I had to change it to a sin. So one of the scarecrows just runs up and doesn't run towards you, but towards the horse.
fucking of course.
Oh.
I was just thinking I should have cast protection of, like from good and evil on the horse.
Can you do that now, real quick? Can you just protect
Nope, do
yourself
it.
now?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, we're initiative. Let's see if it hits the horse.
No. Why?
Do I have whispers rolled on this? No, I do not.
like
Hold on.
a war horse at least.
It's not a war horse. It's a draft horse.
Well, they're big. Clydesdale and all that. Those are big guys, so you know.
Mm.
I feel like it's not big enough. LOL.
So I rolled poorly. That's fine. So the scarecrow goes to and like leaps at the horse, but the horse rears up just in time, and the scarecrow's claws, which are knives, like they are rough knives, just kind of swipe at the air. Another one of the scarecrows. Actually, how far away is that?
Oh man, there's so many scarecrows.
There's a lot of scarecrows.
It's okay. How tough can these scarecrows be?
We'll just trample them with our horses' hooves. We have a freaking 2 Clydesdales in front of our cart. Those are massive horses.
Do any of us know animal handling? We need that in order to.
I think, shit. That might be my other character.
So
No,
I can give it a
it's my other
shot.
character. Wait.
actually, probably might help if I have my monster manual open too. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. Okay, so then another one of the scarecrows runs forward, and it runs in like that way too hasty kind of look. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like it's really unnerving, like how its limbs move and stuff like that.
Like an exorcism type situation.
Yeah. And it uses its burning red eyes to look not at any of you, but at Adrian, who is driving the cart, and he's going to use terrifying glare, and he has to make a wisdom save to see if he doesn't get frightened.
Great. The kid I told to go take cover?
Yep.
Little bitch.
And he rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
Twice, apparently.
Oh, don't look at that. So that's all right. You guys don't know. That's fine. So yeah, he rolled a nat 1. So he takes cover, but because he's magically frightened. So what is the frightened? So he immediately lets go of the reins of the horse.
Oh.
And I believe he moves his full speed as far as he can. Yeah, the creature can't really move any closer to the source of sphere. It has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of sphere is within line of sight. So he actually lets go of the reins and just hides behind the cart and is like shaking like a dog in a thunderstorm. So, let's see. This one is going to go for Octavio. Let's see.
What type of creatures are these? Are they undead?
No.
No. I can safely say they're not undead.
Okay.
So
Maybe like a fiend?
no.
I feel like it'd be more like a construct kind of thing.
Anyways,
Sorry.
so no, you're fine. You're fine. So the scarecrow leaps at Victavio, but Victavio quickly brings out his sword cane without unsheathing it, and manages to block the strikes of the scarecrow. I mean, they're not rolling too hot today. Let's see. This one's gonna go for Taloxia.
Shit.
Let's see how this one does. Oh, it hits. Oh
Yeah.
no. Wait, go away, Dell. Update reminders. All right. While you're watching all the chaos go around you, you don't notice the one scarecrow leaping up and it slashes you behind the back. You take 6 slashing damage, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh Lord. Okay. Let's see. How do I do saving throw again? Sorry.
It's the ones on top of your skills. It's like a box that says saving throws.
Duh. Okay. All right. Wisdom. Cool. Thank you.
Ooh, you are frightened.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
As this thing of burlap, straw, and what looks like sheer malice digs into you.
Shit.
Also, thanks for making me really self-conscious on using the word rake. That's
I'm so sorry.
it's not your fault.
Oh no.
Let's see. And this one's actually just going to try to attack the horse.
No, the horse.
Yes, the horse. And it crits, doing
No.
13 slashing damage to the horse.
Did you just kill the horse?
No.
The horse starts flipping out at the damage because it's a horse. And is it dead?
Oh,
No.
God.
It's not dead. But it's really
Good, resilient, like farm horse. Let's hope it's not dead.
I'll save him.
However, the horse did roll a natural 20 on its wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
So it takes the damage, but this horse is shit.
It's not afraid of these guys.
Yeah, this horse like, I'm not afraid of no ghosts. these scarecrows need to step the fuck up if they want to scare this horse. Alright. Lilith. There's madness happening around you. Horses are getting stabbed left and right. What do you do? What do you do?
What do you do?
Protect the horse.
You're witness to a horse shanking.
Protect that horse.
God damn. Okay.
Okay.
I
I would like to. I would like to cast Flaming Sphere between these two. These guys right here. Boop, boop.
Alright, let's see it.
What am I at now? Ooh. Oh.
No. That's fine. That's fine.
That's mediocre.
Sometimes that, you know what, you had a bad day. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so it's a 5-foot
Oh,
diameter sphere of fire. So,
he just like grabbed my foot.
Really?
Yeah. I put my foot down and Diesel just like wrapped both of his little paw arms around it.
Oh, what a kitty.
You say 5 foot?
yeah, it's 5 feet. So I'm gonna put it right. You want it like right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just a burning bowling ball between these two. They need to
Yeah.
take that other drawing off. Mine's far superior. All right, hold on. They need to make dex saving throws.
I think so. Hold on. Yep.
What is your what's your DC?
14.
14? Okay. So one of them does manage to make it, but the other one just takes the full, like, too busy killing the horse or watching the horse slaughter. You notice that the one that took the full amount takes more damage than usual from the fire. So
Okay. I also want to use Healing Light as a bonus action. So I can heal one creature I can see within 60 feet by spending a dice equal to my charisma modifier. Yeah. I just want to keep him from dying.
horse healing.
Okay.
So how much does the horse get back?
I think
I think it's here. Let me interpret this.
You
I
can-
had to type
it
this in
myself.
myself, so there's one spelling error I see in there now.
Spending dice at once equal to your charisma modifier. Roll the dice. Roll the dice. You sepidin. I don't think there's a typo in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just said. I was like, now that I'm staring at this.
Sepidin. Okay, yeah. So I guess you roll as many d6s equal to your charisma modifier.
Yes, okay. I just wanted to I was interpreting that way, but I wanted to clarify.
Okay.
Boop. 8.
Yes, the horse gets back
Rolling
8
low.
hell.
Yay! Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
What a
It's
nice
just-
horsey.
It's as healthy as a horse.
I just brush his face.
Because then aren't we galloping right now? Like these characters have to be really fast to be being up on our horse. Aren't we we should be 6 feet away from where we are now at least,
Well, what's happening now is that the driver let go of the reins, so the horse is like, "Okay, I'm staying now," and then all of a sudden it just got mauled.
Okay.
So
It's I want to trample at least one of these bitches with this horse. Come on, he deserves revenge for what just happened to him.
So Lilith, you caress the horse and you make eye contact with it, and you have a spiritual bond to the horse now.
Am
You
I
are not-
collecting pets again?
You are now chaotic horse girl. You're that girl.
No. Please.
Okay. All right. Small Drax. There's a lot of weird shit happening right
Oh,
now.
you just wait for my turn now.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna run off the back of the cart and cast Shield of Faith on the horse.
Okay.
Yay!
So it has +2 to his AC.
Oh my god.
So this guy, the scarecrow, can't kill him. And then I want to cast Beacon of Hope as I jump off the horse's back. And basically what that does is gives everyone advantage on wisdom saving throws. Any healing, you get the maximum number, and advantage on death saves.
Nice.
Wow.
Protecting the horse and all of us.
Okay, so do keep in mind that is a concentration. So anytime you get hit, you're gonna make a Constitution saving throw to see if you don't lose the spell.
Which one?
Beacon of Hope. The Beacon of Hope is the
It's arbitration, right?
no. It's a concentration spell. So that means
Oh, okay, I see. Concentrate up to 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm standing on the horse, holding the beacon in the air.
So now the horse has shimmering horse armor, holy shimmering horse armor. Oh, Jesus.
I love it.
It's a horse, guys.
Hey, how are we gonna get? I don't want to push this cart all the way back to town.
Yeah, we need these horses.
You want to push this cart? I don't want to push this cart.
And they're also only targeting the horse so far, so.
'Cause he's
Well,
the
yeah,
biggest
that's-
thing.
Well, they're also not dumb. It's the vehicle. They know what to do. All right, so this one, unfortunately, because it's so far back, he can only go up to about this far. Actually, how far away is he? But he is going to try to cast his terrifying glare at Smalldrax. You're going to have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, come at me, bro.
We have advantage on saving throws now, apparently.
That's fine. Come on,
Stare into the beacon.
come on, Snake Eyes. You wouldn't have made it if it wasn't for. Okay, fine. Yeah, he casts an intense gaze at you, and at first you're like, no. So
Staring contest, go.
yeah. Let's see. This one just kind of closes in.
So many.
Why?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
We should be able to run them over.
All right. So these ones just kind of close in. They're just kind of closing the gap on you. Talaxia. There's a lot of horse stuff happening. Protect the horse. Go.
Oh my god.
We got the horse. Get the guys.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I will. As long as you guys don't leave me behind, I don't know if I should jump off this wagon or not to like.
I
attack
think
people, but-
most of us are pretty much off the wagon now.
Vesemir, you rolled a 3?
Yeah,
We're all off
I
the
know.
wagon
I've
now?
been waiting. Even though I was in the front, I'm just like completely oblivious to everything that just happened.
Okay.
You're just like looking behind you, just like, huh.
It's really nice out today.
Yeah, it's not so bad out.
Yeah, you're basking in the early morning. Oh, it's beautiful out here.
What a lovely day to not be killed by a scarecrow.
Meanwhile, you hear like the sounds of like blood cutting in the, like blades cutting in the flesh and whatnot. You're just like, huh.
Maybe I could be a morning person.
No,
I can get used to this.
I always tell myself that. It never happens.
It depends. It all depends on how much sleep I get. There are some mornings I'm like freaking the beginning of American Dad, like jumping out of bed. But then there's some mornings I wish I was dead. So
Mhm.
it all
Alex
depends.
is at work by 7:30 every morning, and I think he is insane.
I have to get up at 5:40 every morning to go to work. So 5:40.
Why? How long is your commute?
It's not long, but because we carpool and Teresa is like kind of like a manager position where she's at, she has to go in earlier than I do.
Ah.
So it's like I drop her off and then I just like take like a quick 20-minute snooze in the car.
Oh,
Either that or have my bagel and coffee or something like that, or
yeah,
listen to
you
my
get up at
podcast.
like 6 a.m. every morning, right?
Yeah, 6:15.
Hell yeah.
It's rough.
I'm terrible. I will push it to like 8. I get up at like.
I wish I would.
I
It's hard
slept
for me to
until
sleep
9
that
today.
Like sleeping in until 9 is me consider like that's me considering sleeping in. Is that
I agree.
Same.
Which is so indulged.
anything beyond that? I'm like, well, I might as well just go back to bed. I wasted the day.
Oh, obviously, it's a horrible idea to get up early in the morning. Look at what's happening.
Yeah, that's true.
You're right. You're right. Oh my
These
god.
scarecrows. This is nonsense.
Okay, Talaxia.
Yeah.
There's a gaggle of scarecrows hounding this horse. What do you do?
So the one with the red square on it is the one that's currently attacking the horse, or?
No, the one with the red squares I accidentally marked. But
Oh.
the red circle, they're the flaming sphere. The flaming sphere spell, is currently active for these.
Okay, so those guys are on fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm closest to those dudes, so like, I guess I'm just gonna try to take them out. So,
Okay.
are they? Can I know like how low their health is currently?
You can tell this one. Actually, hold on. Oh, no! Don't do that, Andrew. This one has taken far more damage than this other one here.
Okay.
Like this one dodged out of the way, but that one like took it square in the chest.
Okay. And how much of a threat is this one to the horse?
As equal as they're all pretty equal threats.
Okay. All right.
I
All
don't
right.
think we
Well, I'm
actually damage anything but these two right here.
Yeah, try to take those guys out.
all right. All right. I'm going for it. So I'm just gonna go at him with my silver dagger. I guess I could just try to take one out and then the other, or I could just throw one dagger on each dude.
It's almost like as if I'm using the horse as a resource dump.
All right.
Oh, nice.
All right. So are you attacking just one, or are you attacking both of them?
I think I'm gonna attack both of them.
Okay. All right. So you see you throw the daggers, just, and they each go into a burlap head, and you kind of see the scarecrows go like, but they don't they don't really seem to be too terribly perplexed by the knives. They're more worried about the fire going on right now. They are resistant to your piercing damage.
Shit.
Wait, we still have Alchemist Fire, don't we? Or did we use that?
I believe you used that all
No,
up.
I have one.
You have one. Okay.
I think I have one too.
Actually,
I don't remember how we used them last time.
I know I checked one and it did nothing, and I had one that actually succeeded. So I think I might still have it. But I also have fire spells, so.
Oh wait, no. Apparently I have 3 alchemist fire. How about that?
Nice.
Vesemir, it's your turn. Go.
Oh, what a beautiful
Oh,
morning.
oh,
And I turn
hold
around.
on.
It's like, holy shit!
By the way, Talaxia, your knives are now stuck in the scarecrow. So
Which one do you
your
attack?
knife
This one?
No,
No.
she attacked these two down here.
Well, I'm not gonna attack those because they're already on fire. So I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate my sword. Cut myself because I'm emo like that. And I'm gonna attack once. This guy.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
So that's 9.
Okay.
How much damage does that do? Does it look hurt?
The slashing damage, not so much, but the fire damage. It takes.
Attack him again.
You see the hold on. You see the burlap start to cinder and burn.
Oh, man.
So I attacked him.
Okay. You put in some pretty good hits, but it's still in for the long haul.
All right. Fire.
Fine then.
Is this what it's gonna be?
Bertavia is going to jump off the cart. He's going to retaliate against the scarecrow that attacked him. Let's see. Using his silvered sword. Okay, he does hit with both. And then he still thinks it's cool, guys. It's cool. He's going to do the spiritual weapon thing.
Sweet.
Yeah. He's going to cast that. Da-da-da. Awesome. Okay, so you notice that it kind of takes the two hits with the sword, okay, but then the spiritual weapon really like hits it like a truck. So hold on, let's put in that damage real quick. Oh my god, what did I do? I hit the wrong button.
Oh god.
Yep. Oh god, I messed up. Oh god, shut off the stream.
The matrix is broken.
Oh, crap.
All right. This scarecrow is going to come over here and he's going to cast his terrifying gaze on you, Vesemir.
Do it.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
I think I'd roll with advantage on wisdoms. Oh wait, no, that's only for. Do I know if these things are like fiends or something?
No, they're not
No,
fiends.
I don't recognize it, right?
No.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
This ain't nothing for you. So. Actually, hold on. Oh, damn, never mind. Okay.
You're so inspired by this beautiful morning.
No,
Right
I was actually going to say I forgot that Erin's character was frightened, but she actually rolled so well that even with disadvantage, she still hit them.
Oh, wow.
I still have Beacon of Hope up too.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, you should put a little tag so you can remember
Yeah, we should.
on her token.
Yeah, I should. Well, no, it only lasted for the one round, so
Ah,
she's
okay.
fine. Yeah, so at the end of her turn, she's no longer frightened.
Cool.
All right. So Adrian's gonna not Adrian. Elver's gonna shoot off with a hand crossbow. Holy shit, he fucking crits.
Nice. Like, good job, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna wail on the one that Rictavio is tuning up right now. So. All right. Now it's the Scarecrow's turn again. The one that you attacked, Vesemir, he's gonna turn, look at you, and just notice the audacity.
Bring it, bitch.
Nope, not with,
Secret.
not with, no. He tries to bring up his claws, but you're too fast with your silvered sword. This one behind you though, he's gonna try to get you while your back's turned, and he does crit.
Bring it.
And you take 13 slashing damage, and you need to make a Wisdom saving throw.
With advantage.
With advantage.
With advantage. Well, that's okay. All right. So, let's see. This one here is going to attack Taloxia again, because how dare you try to defend yourself? But doesn't it's a little more worried about the fires and the knife sticking out of its head than anything else.
Does he get hit for starting his turn in that fire?
I think he does actually. Thank you for reminding me. Hold on.
Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw again.
Just imagine like the burn effect of Pokemon just.
Yeah.
Or you take 3d6 damage.
Oof.
Okay, so he didn't make his dexterity saving throw, but it's doing that thing where what was the original damage for the flaming sphere? Do you remember?
9.
9. Okay. So it did make its dexterity saving throw, but it's doing that thing where it's like mindlessly taking the damage. Like as you're hurting these things, they're all just kind of like, like getting hit, but they're like kind of still working in on you. Like it's creepy. So
It's like they don't feel pain.
As you say, they're full-on puppets.
this one is going to go over here, and he's going to try to take a piece of Lilith with him as a souvenir.
The dick.
Well, he takes 5 slashing damage, and I need to see a Wisdom saving throw for that.
Ooh, I was gonna say, as a reaction, can I cast Hellish Review?
Yeah, sure as hell can.
Yes, I can.
After you make your Wisdom saving throw. Are you still sitting on the cart?
I think so.
Okay. Because it does that thing where like it gets like the meat of your calf with its claws.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, cringe at the thought.
I failed.
No, you made it with advantage. So you just made it. So yeah, and so at first you're like, oh god, I remember what pain is, and you start to panic. You're like, no wait, it's fine. So then catch Hellish Rebuke. And I think I had to make a dexterity throw for that, right? Yes. See,
Yes.
it's a good thing I have all of my books open. Yeah, I had to make a dexterity saving throw. Jesus! Oh, that's right. I forgot because you're a warlock. You max cast everything.
Oh my! I know. I just rolled that. I was like dying.
Oh my god! And it rolled so low, it fucking dies. It just
Holy shit!
you just-
Yeah.
all the rest of you guys see is just the scarecrow go for a slash and then just
Beautiful.
Bravo, bravo.
I forgot that warlocks can do that.
It's like that instant burst of fire, and then it's just like ashes in the shape of the scarecrow, and then it just falls.
Yeah,
And Lilith reacts in absolute pain.
that scarecrow was pre-treated. All right, so this scarecrow is actually going to get out of the fire because he realized it's a bad idea.
Well, he
And
started his turn there, so he had to take damage.
That's fine. Wait, I thought. Is it when a creature starts or ends
I
their
don't know.
turn?
I'm just...
No. We're gonna split hairs on that.
Well, I've got to get my swords out of them. I've got to get my 2 swords that are stuck in those 2 dudes. So if one of them just disintegrated, then I can, when it's my turn, I can get my sword out. Hopefully.
Yeah, any creature that ends its turn.
There you go. Told you.
So he's gonna try to attack Smaldrex, who's hiding behind the horse. I didn't realize this entire time.
I'm standing on the back of the horse. I have the beacon above my head right now still.
Well, it doesn't like.
Is that a hit with disadvantage because it's so high?
Well, it doesn't hit anyway. So it kind of it tries to slash at Smaldrex, but because he's so high up, it can't, and it kind of ends up slowly petting the horse. Okay, Lilith, it's your turn.
Wait, that wasn't her turn previously?
No.
No. Ultra Peak was at the end.
Jesus.
I forgot that. I definitely was perfectly fine just leaving it at that, but I guess not.
That Hellish Rebuke is like your most useful spell. So
I know.
Hellish Rebuke.
I know it's right up there with Uncanny Dodge. Right there.
Yes. That's right. I forgot about that. I almost forgot about that. Oh my god.
Don't forget about that. Never forget about that.
I also.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead on this guy, Brainfulness Valaxia. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame. So Flame on Flame.
Well, it's radiant damage, not flame. I'm just saying.
It's a sacred flame.
Apples
it's
and oranges, man.
It's silly that it's radiant damage.
It's radiant damage.
I
I
know,
thought it was
but-
weird too.
It says it right there. It says it in little tiny
I
words.
know, but it doesn't mean that it's not silly.
I know. Dexterity. Okay, it fails his dexterity save. This one's kind of clumsy, apparently. So it takes a full hit on the sacred, not so hot flame.
It's just a bright flame. That's it.
Yeah, it's more like a flashlight. All right, Smaldrex, you're standing on top of the horse, and you see one of the scarecrow's things. Apparently, this is a petting farm.
This is definitely not a petting farm, and that's my
Teach us some
horse.
lessons.
I want to just jump off of the horse, yelling, "That's my horse!" and then double two-handed warhammer hit just right down on him.
Nice.
That's my horse. I don't know you.
I don't know you.
I don't know you. All right, you bring the hammer down. Let's see some damage.
Damage. There we go.
Ooh, okay. So which one are you attacking? This one right here?
This one, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you crack it right down the head. However, you hear like wood splintering inside, but you don't. It doesn't seem to be too terribly perplexed by the. Oh, there's like a crackling noise in my headphones. Ew. Like every time I scroll, it's like nothing but static. It doesn't seem to be too terribly perplexed by the situation at hand. Smaldrex, is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm going to back up a little bit, actually. I'm going to go over here.
Hide further behind the horse. Use the horse for cover.
I mean, the horse apparently has really high AC, so why not?
Yeah.
All right. So this scarecrow here sees you running and decides to join you. Thinks maybe this is a good time. We can bring the party over here. That's fine. Okay. So it hits. Wait, hold on. Speaking of hope, does that do anything with attacks?
We pull it back up. It was advantage on wisdom and death saves, and then you get maximum healing.
Oh, okay. All right, so it does hit. You take 5 slashing damage. So you need to make a concentration check to see if you lose your concentration. So you have to make a 10 or higher.
Constitution, right?
Yeah, Constitution.
Check or saving?
Yeah, save, right?
I want to say it's a saving throw. Yeah, just do a saving throw right now. If that's the better one that you have.
Terrible.
Ooh. Okay, so the beacon of hope just kind of sputters out there. So.
All right, guys. So, you're gonna be frightened a lot now.
All right, so it's kind of every man for himself right now. Yeah. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure about that.
I think we should just be trying to get out of here. I seriously think we could just drive through these things. I don't know why we can't. That's my disappointment
We don't
going on
have,
with
we don't
Strahd
have,
right now.
we don't have. Does anybody have vehicle proficiency?
Oh, I guess
Wait,
not.
What is that?
Handling or vehicle?
Damn it.
What is that?
What
Yeah,
is
sorry.
vehicle?
Well,
Certain backgrounds, certain classes have vehicle proficiency,
Oh, that's
I
insane.
think Rangers.
or you can gain it. In, you know, same with animal handling. If you want to ride a horse and stuff like that.
So
Anyways, while you guys are talking about who's going to drive what, this scarecrow is going to come up behind you, Vesemir, and and this dude thinks he's being sneaky. He's going to try to attack you, but you're like, nope. You do like the thing where you just kind of like block without looking behind you. It can't land a hit. Talaxia, there's things burning around you, literally everywhere around you. And your knives. Well, first your knives are stuck in this guy and that guy. So.
that's what I want to do is definitely try to get my knives, my swords out of those guys. So maybe I could try to kick him, knock him over, and then pull my sword out of him. Like he's slightly damaged, right? He's not 100%. I mean,
you can do what's called a shove. That's going to be your I guess your attack per se. If you want to do that, it is as an attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature. It's going to be, let's see, it's going to be your athletics check against its strength check.
maybe I can just pull the sword out of him without shoving him, or just walk by and just pull it out real quick or some shit. Or maybe I'll have to abandon these swords and just go retreat and shoot people with arrows. Because
I will say, I'll make this rule. If you're gonna try to pull the sword out, make an attack roll, and if it doesn't hit, it's gonna get an attack of opportunity. Does that sound fair?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So.
Oh wait.
Yeah, you can only make. Well, which one are you attacking? You attacking this one?
Yes.
Okay, so you can only pull out one dagger because the other one's in the other. But they both hit, so that's fine.
Okay.
All right. So you do manage. You do the thing where you pull the dagger out and you stab it right back in.
Okay. But I hang on to it this time and pull it back out. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So I have one back.
Never letting go of these daggers.
No. There's that's all I got, man. That's all I got. All right. Is that my?
Well, you can still move. You still have your movement.
Okay. I'm gonna move
That static's annoying. Hold on. I'm gonna try to.
right here.
Okay, sorry about that. Hey, the stack's going.
And move
up.
over here and just help engage these guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that is perfectly fine. All right, these scarecrows are coming in. Let's see. Hold on. Ooh, this one is actually just has enough room. It's gonna jump on this fallen pillar here. What is that? A log? Yeah. And it's gonna leap off the pillar and it's gonna try to attack you, Talaxia.
Okay. Well, uncanny dodge.
Well, that's fine because it doesn't hit. That's perfectly fine.
Yay.
All
And
right. And this one's gonna try to get small Drex here. This party's starting to get a little crazy.
Oh man.
All right, small Drex, you take. Wait, hold on. What's your AC?
16.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You take 7 slashing damage. I need to see a Wisdom saving throw. Ah, damn it. Okay, fine. You're fine. Whatever. Fine. I'm not mad.
It's the bone armor. It really helps.
It's okay, man. Now you know my pain.
Yeah, why do you want us to die? Come on.
All right, so Vesemir, just to make this party even more fun for you, there's just scarecrows as far as the eye can see for you, and you take 7 slashing damage, and I need to see a Wisdom saving throw.
Small rats, you should be inspired. Like they're full of bugs.
I thought it was wood chips.
My teeth.
Fine, everyone's making a Wisdom saving throws today. Vesemir, it's your turn to retaliate.
All right, who hit me?
This one right here.
Okay, sorry. Hold on a second. My window freaking broke.
You just do like a whirlwind attack. Jeez.
I'm gonna look at him and mark him.
Okay.
Oh wait, these things don't have blood.
Your Ghost Slayer thing doesn't care about that, right?
If I amplify it. Wait. Ghost Layer.
Your blood curses can target any creature, whether it has blood or not.
Oh, okay.
That's only if you're Ghost Slayer.
Ghost Layer, yeah. And let me make sure that I'm doing the new Mark 1 correctly.
You and your bloody homebrew.
It's essentially official. Okay, Matt Mercer is an actual member of the Wizards of the Coast family now.
Essentially and is 2 totally different things.
It's in D&D Beyond, just saying.
It's not in a book.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is in his new book.
Oh.
I think it probably will be. That's probably why there's the update on it.
Alright. So, I'm gonna mark him. So it doubles my fire damage, whatever damage I make. Ugh.
Oh, okay. The first one doesn't hit, but the second one does. I thought for a second that 26 was your damage. Like, Jesus.
No. So 8. So 14. 8 fire damage. Oh wait, no, because I roll now.
Yes. We went over this today, Jose. Okay. So, all right. So the fire, like I said before, the fire is doing more damage to it than the actual slashing itself. Oop, that is not what I wanted.
Bastard.
Let's see. Okay, so now that I've seen Gravity Falls, Octavio sounds like Stanford to me now. Let's see.
Why
All right.
is Tommy getting less and less cool?
Oh, less and less cool. Have you seen Gravity Falls? Stanford's the man. So Rictavio sees that Vesemir is getting ganked. And he's
actually.
Huh?
What the hell is this guy doing here?
Yeah, right.
And he's going to come to your rescue, Vesemir.
Yay, Octavio, I love you again.
I'm
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Wait, you didn't love him before?
He ran away on me before.
Whoa. Let's see. No, he didn't run away on you. Stop acting like that.
He was next to me. I was getting attacked by a bunch of blights, and the next thing I see, he's running away.
Oh no.
You are just you're just being a big baby, that's all.
You're a big baby.
Oh my god, he crits on the spiritual weapon, Jesus.
Nice.
So you see this scarecrow here. At first, all you hear is just the sounds of ripping burlap, but then the spiritual weapon comes in and it just like dices him up.
Jesus.
Like, nice.
Yeah, Rick Tavia is like, okay.
Yeah. I got him, sir.
he could tell that was a half-hearted high five. He's like, okay. Let's see. This one's going for the horse.
God damn it.
It attacks the horse.
Andrew, I don't think you rolled initiative for this, dude.
What dude?
This one up here.
No, I did. Oh wait, no, I don't think I did. That's fine. He's just there for. He's there.
It's just a regular scarecrow that just happens to be there.
Yeah.
That's the Strahd scarecrow. Just. Shit, that's okay. There's too many scarecrows here.
I know it's a real scarecrow, but I don't trust it.
This Elver. I keep forgetting his name is Elver. He's what's a good horse name?
Steve.
No. Anyways, he's gonna say insert horse name here. No, and then he's gonna retaliate with the crossbow again. And he's going to attack this guy here, dealing a measly 4 damage. All right. So the scarecrows are all going on Vesemir. You take 6 slashing damage from one of the scarecrows. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Bring it, bitch.
Is that all you got? Wait, actually, what's your AC? Hold on.
16.
Oh, never mind. It doesn't hit. My bad. I got your AC mixed up with somebody else's.
Unbelievable.
Okay, so you're doing that thing where you can't get an attack in because you're just defending yourself so much, but you get it like ding, 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 ding. Lilith, the party's in the front and you're in the back.
She's a squishy one. She can hit things from back there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like hanging out, just keeping this fire going. You know, yeah, I'm holding down the campsite. Okay, I was actually thinking, this might get to be some fuckery, but I was thinking I want to cast Mage Hand and carry a flask of oil from this fire, and then just. Sorry.
You can move your sacred flame.
Oh, can I?
Yeah.
No, you can move your flaming sphere.
Sorry, flaming sphere. That's what I meant.
That's true. I forgot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just carry it on through here and plant it right on top of this guy. I'm not trying to burn Vesemir Flaxseed.
Right through Vesemir.
Oh God!
I'm just
Goes
gonna
around.
like grab here, and then I'm gonna turn to the left, and I'm just gonna like carry it on through.
Okay,
There's also a bonus action.
so hold on, I was actually going to get to that. As a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, that creature must make the savings throw against the sphere's damage, and the sphere stops where it rammed the creature. So, are you going to like weave it around these scarecrows here and then hit this one, or are you just going to like bowling ball it?
Let's shoot this gap here.
Okay, shoot the gap. All right.
Flaxia move.
Oh shit! Yeah, exactly. I'm ducking.
It's, Lilith does the bowling technique where she like curls the ball into the crook of her arm and then whips it around so it goes around the other scarecrows.
Oh my god! Yes. Ah!
Alex can actually do this, and this is why I don't go bowling.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it does not make its dexterity saving throw, as it was too busy laying in the Vesemir, and it gets cold cocked on the side of the head with a flaming spear.
Holy shit!
Small Drax. There's just a lot of shit going on, man.
Right.
Horse is getting hurt.
So wait, do these guys take the damage.
Oh wait, hold on, wait, shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
That was just your bonus action. What's your actual action? My bad.
I guess at that point, my actual action is so it's gonna go bowling through here and hit this guy. Oh wait, sorry, that was changed rules. Hit this guy and then run into this guy.
Well, if you hit a creature with a flaming sphere, no, don't move the horse. If you hit a creature with a flaming sphere, it stops where you hit the creature.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, totally fine. I want to envision this moment. So I'm bowling it through this guy, running it into this dude, and this guy I'm going to cast a firebolt so he's going to think he got off. Like got off that.
That one's like, ooh, that was a close one. All right. The firebolt, however, does not go. It goes just it's literally if they painted the pins, you would have hit it. Like. So that one's like, ooh, that was a close one, and then the firebolt like comes right by its head.
Oh, damn it.
Now, Small
Jack. Brady would question this.
Now, Small Jack, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds on this guy right in front of me, on this one.
Let's see it. I love this spell.
Inflict Wounds.
Yes, let's see some damage.
Oh, what level do I cast it at?
Max level.
He's not a warlock.
It does so much damage. Well, no, this one it does. All right, so it's this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This one right here.
This was really low rolls. I'm disappointed.
It's fine. It's fine as long as we're having fun. So when you cast Inflict Wounds, is going to cast Inflict Wounds on you with its claws, and it succeeds, doing 7 slashing damage. And I need a Wisdom saving throw to see if you're not frightened by the fact that this guy can just withstand being melted. Because I would, shit. Someone have a cat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a very whiny cat. He cries all the time for no reason. You're so whiny, boy. What are you whining about? Sorry. What are you whining about?
Did you make your Wisdom saving throw, Small Drax?
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I thought that was it. Boom.
Fine.
Just
You guys,
One of these days I'll scare you, I promise.
you guys have been through a lot. This is nothing for you guys. All right, so this scarecrow is still going to try to go in on Vesemir. And it does hit, finally. It does 5 slashing damage. You don't need to make the Wisdom saving throw, however, because the fire from the flaming sphere burns it. So it's kind of like in its death throes. It's like slashing at you. And I had to move all these fucking drawings out of the way so I can complete it. All right, so the flaming sphere is still there behind you, Vesemir. It's warming you up. Okay, Talaxia, you have one dagger in hand and the other one still in the head of the scarecrow here.
Mm.
If she attacks this, does she get sneak attack?
Oh,
Get sneak attack?
don't I already have sneak attack?
Yeah, you gotta use it.
Yeah, use your sneak attack.
All right. Shit.
We'll do the same rules before you attack it. This time you can roll 2 attacks because you're using both. You're trying to use both your daggers, but if you miss, it's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Let me try to use my sneak attack. I didn't realize that. I didn't really know how it worked. Anyway. Okay. Well, I will use that with the one dagger that I have remaining.
The rule is really loose on sneak attack.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know. But yeah. So I'll go for this guy. And yeah, with sneak attack. So I wrote like 3d6 at the bottom of this. Is that like when I click on it, it doesn't do anything? So
You might have to roll it manually.
yeah, I think that's what it says. So at the bottom, I wrote 3d6. So what does that mean?
So on the side here, there's the d20. If you hover
Oh,
your
yeah.
mouse over it, yeah, it shows all the D's you can roll.
Right. Okay.
Wait, but you gotta roll your attack first.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's not enough to hit, unfortunately.
Shoot. Damn.
So it is going to make an attack of opportunity on you now. And it crits! Jesus!
Oh, wait. Uncanny dodge.
That's fine. So half of 13. So 6, because it's
All right.
13 rounded down, but I still need to see a wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Okay, you are currently frightened at the scarecrow because you failed to do a sneak attack on it, and that scares you. So up until the end of your next turn, you have disadvantage on ability saving throws and attacks on this particular scarecrow.
Okay.
Or actually, while you can still see the thing that scares you. So while it's still in your line of sight, you're currently frightened by it.
Okay. All right then. Super
All
scary,
right.
man. Super scary.
All right, these scarecrows are all going to go in on small Drex now.
No,
Okay.
small Drex.
But it rolls a natural 1. It's shit. All right. Next. It did. It rolled a natural 1. It's like, well, all right. I had a good run.
It thinks I'm like part of the petting zoo, like the other one was petting the horse. It's like, oh, an alligator, okay.
Oh, sweet Komodo dragon. I always wanted to pet one of these. I'm like what happened to the music? Okay, so but the one that's attacking Vesemir does get a hit in.
Bring it,
And you take 6 slashing damage, and I need to see a wisdom saving throw.
bitch. I need to stop saying that so often.
I'm like super wise. Damn, you are. Okay.
Big brain time.
Okay. Give me
I ain't
this.
scared enough, Scarecrow.
All right. In this moment, I have to use the restroom real quick. I
Oh.
apologize.
God.
I'm sorry.
Right, now we can talk shit about him. God, I hate this guy so much.
The worst.
I can't play like this. This is terrible.
I just don't see why we can't run away. It's not
So
fair.
the reason why is because the guy who's driving the cart is scared and hiding away.
I
He's, like,
see.
somewhere over
Okay.
here.
Okay.
We should have just like fuck this and just like rushed through from the very beginning. But he
I
started
tried to.
he started initiative count really fast.
Yeah.
Like I don't have vehicle proficiency nor animal handling, so I wouldn't really know even how to ride a horse.
It's ironic because this is probably the first character like that I've made without animal handling, and this is the first time I've actually gotten
Well,
a fucking opportunity to use it.
No,
Like,
well, there's a difference between being proficient in animal handling skill and actually being able to ride a horse.
oh right.
Yeah, I think it's called. I don't think it's called animal handling. Actually, I think it's called.
Like animal husbandry or something.
Wow, there's a. Maybe it is animal handling.
What are you guys talking about?
Talking shit about your animals.
Okay. All right, Vesemir, it's your turn.
Okay.
I guess.
I'll punch this one in the face with my sword.
I'll punch it.
It's gonna use the flat side though.
Those both hit. Let's see some damage. Let's see.
6 fire damage.
That's
18
fine.
Slashing damage.
That's enough. It dies screaming, if it could scream.
I spit on him.
Spit on the ass. Know your place, trash. Oh, why did I take my blanket off? It's warm under here. Okay, sorry about that. Rictavio's like, good hit. And like you see like a thumb over like, one of the scarecrows
Perfect.
as he starts going in on the scarecrow here between you and him. Okay, he actually somehow doesn't hit with the first one for some reason.
Go
you
ahead,
guys have-
Octavio. Go ahead.
But he misses with a spiritual weapon. He's too busy giving you the thumbs up.
I didn't mean to be a distraction. I'm sorry, old man.
Shoot.
Ah, why did you say?
Why is he getting older and older?
You know, back in my day.
I feel like when we started, it was like what, like maybe like 50 tops, and now he's like close to 78.
I think canonically he's supposed to be like late 50s, like maybe 60, kind of a thing.
Just got a rapid aging disease.
I think so. That's what's happening.
Every time you look away, you look back at him, there's another liver spot
Oh God.
Well,
on his bald. Okay. So the scarecrow that just got attacked is going to try to attack Rictavio, but these two are just clashing at one another. They're both attacking each other, but no one's hitting.
Keep on
But-
keeping on, man.
Okay, so what's the guy's name? Elver. God, I keep forgetting Elver.
Over.
I don't remember.
He
any
is-
of these guys.
He's going to jump off the wagon, and he's officially joining the fray now.
Is he gonna die?
No,
First hit.
he's not going to die.
No,
Stop.
Bobby, no.
Bobby.
He pulls out a short sword of his own. And he starts going in on the scarecrow here, and manages to actually do a little bit of damage to him. So, all right. So this scarecrow is going to tiptoe around the flaming sphere that's right there. Just kind of like, nope. And it's going to try to get Vesemir. Not with that natural one, it ain't. Never mind.
Bring it. I smack it with my face.
This scarecrow here is not going to go after the draft horse, but rather is going to jump on the wagon and start slashing at the barrels.
What the hell, man?
How rude.
Okay, yeah, it starts slashing at the barrels. It's not breaking into it yet, but you can see like splinters and stuff start flying off the barrels. When that happens, Elver's like, "No, not the wine." Let's see. This one's actually going to attack Taloxia. So he's going to move back here, and he's going to slash at Taloxia.
The one that has the knife.
No, that's not the one that has a knife. The one that has a knife is the one directly in front of Taloxia.
Uh,
But it rolled bad, so Lilith, take it away.
Lilith's like, I set everything on fire, including my friends that can heal later.
Ah!
I'm gonna take this flaming spear, pull it back on through the other way.
just you just gonna yo-yo it like yoink.
I can like go around Taloxia? No, I can't. That's too dangerous. I mean, I could do like a J style action and then swing it around town.
You're just gonna hook around it. Well, I mean, if you try to,
But
Ah!
like I said, if you try to hit this one, if you do hit that one, it's gonna stop there. So if you want, you can either bring it back here or.
no, let's pull it on through.
Okay, so you're gonna pull it on through to this one here.
Do one of these.
All right.
Dang it.
Okay, so. All right, so
Cast a Sacred Flame on this guy. Hold on.
which guy? Okay. So cast Sacred Flame. And meanwhile, I'm going to describe what's happening. Talaxia, from your point of view, you see one of the scarecrows leap up and try to attack you. You block the hit, and as soon as you block the hit, all you see is a flaming ball just and just burn up the scarecrow here.
Jesus.
Shit. Help! That's awesome.
Just kind of rolling on through.
There's like a slight smell of roast chicken in the air.
Nothing like a good English breakfast.
God damn it! All right, and then this one that was like trying to get at the barrels. It doesn't notice the sacred flame being cast on it until the very last second, and it looks up just in time for how does sacred flame work for you? Like,
It's supposed to be like a cascading shower of radiance damage.
okay, all right, so just in time to see like the bolt of radiant damage like right in the eye. It also dies.
Excellent. Wait, does
Okay.
that mean I get my sword back? Because I thought my sword was.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. Your dagger clatters to the ground. Ding 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 ding.
Sweet. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Small Drax.
My turn. I'm just gonna attack the same one again, right in front of me.
Okay.
I yell from the
Same
side,
throw.
smack him!
Oh,
Get him. Get him. Oh, not with that though, unfortunately.
nope.
This one's gonna be like, oh yeah, well I can do that too. He's gonna try to attack you back. You're just trading blows now. God, and he doesn't hit either. We're all just kind of
This whole
flailing
section
around,
over here is just like clink, 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 clink,
God
clink,
damn
clink.
it.
just so inept.
Just trying to Edward hands me.
Lilith is so tired of it, she's just setting everything on fire. It's like, screw you.
I'm
Screw you.
literally just sitting there like yo-yoing it.
Yes.
I don't see what the problem is, guys. All right, so Talaxia, it's your go.
All
You got
right.
your knife back.
I got my knife back. I'm going to try to take out this guy that just took a swipe at me with my daggers, and I'm just going to, stab both of them into him. Not throwing them this time.
That first one doesn't hit, but the second one does.
Sweet.
So, are you gonna move, or is that gonna be?
Yeah, I guess I'll move over here to like kind of position myself a little bit more strategically, not right next to that dude, basically.
Okay. So the fright, the fear ends for you. You actually rolled so well with your second roll that you still hit him even through the disadvantage. So good job.
Yay! Excellent.
This scarecrow over here wants to know where the hell you're going. And it's gonna follow you.
Damn it! Leave me alone.
Like, we're not done here. You take another 6 slashing damage.
Oh Lord. Oh,
I need another wisdom saving throw.
wait,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
saying dodge.
Are these the spirit of the old people we killed last session?
Ah!
Ooh.
It is now. It wasn't before, but it is now.
Oh
He's coming
shit!
back for their revenge.
Possessed scarecrows. Who'd think it?
Okay. No, you make that wisdom, so you ain't scared of this guy no more.
Yay!
No, you're done with this crap.
Oh, good.
This one is going to attack Elver.
It was nice knowing him.
No, no. Rest in peace, dude.
Okay, so the scarecrow goes in and slashes Elver across the chest. He's like, ah! You see the claws scratch at him. I almost said rake. Scratch at him. And you see the wounds start to form. But then just as the claws leave the flesh, the wounds kind of back up.
That's right. Yeah.
Besmir.
I punch him in the face. This one right here.
Okay.
Mm.
Ooh. Get him.
Alright. I'm gonna do one at a time. So how much damage does this to this guy?
Well, hold on. Are you gonna roll another damage
I-
for
I-
your?
No, because I didn't mark him.
Oh, okay. You didn't mark him. Okay, so
Wait, is this? I killed the one I marked, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's pretty dead. All right, so just from that first slash alone, the fire, like I said, the fire damage is doing more than the slashing damage, but it took a pretty big hit. So let's see that second one.
Eh.
That's still not bad.
21
Jesus,
slashing and 5 fire.
fucking 15. Jose, no, hold on. Hold the phone.
I rolled a full 10 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Because I told Jose his character's too confusing. You're playing an Eldritch Knight fighter now. I can't deal with this anymore. Okay. No, this one.
Oh, I
Oh
forgot
my
to tell
god.
you, I marked him, so now that's double everything.
Well, he's dead.
No.
No, it doesn't matter. He's still dead.
Okay, good. Now you're playing
You
trash.
punched him. You punched him in the face.
I punched him with my fist, with my sword, all the way through his face.
So you do that thing where you punch him even though your sword's in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't like scarecrows.
Well, they don't like you either.
Yeah,
All right.
I know.
All right. So Rictavia's still going to try to go into the one that is attacking. Well, they're like kind of brawling back and forth. They're like slap boxing now.
Damn it, Rictavio! You were so cool when we first met you.
Well, now hold on, because you might want to change your idea on that, because you see him like slash at the scarecrow's head and then stab him through the torso, but then you see the spiritual weapon come in. It just hews him right in half.
Nice.
Yeah, because he critted on the spiritual weapon. Finally.
We both look at each other as we have my fist still in this other scarecrow's face.
And now you guys do like the confident high fives.
The bromance is coming back. Okay, got it.
Not lame.
No,
Okay, so Elver, he's gonna look around to see if anyone noticed the fact that he didn't take any damage. And once he's confident that he's sure no one has, which that's not true, he's going to retaliate with the scarecrow here. And actually does some pretty good damage for him.
Good job, Timmy.
His name's it's Elver. Lilith. All right.
Okay.
Things are kind of starting to get cleaned up here.
All right. Sacred claim to this guy. The guy all the way to the right. This one.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna meander on over here, pet the horse as I move my flaming sphere onto this guy.
Which one are you moving the flaming sphere on?
This guy.
What's with the finger snapping? I
Full
don't.
Metal Alchemist.
Oh, okay.
Every time. That's how I feel with Hellish Rebuke. Exactly.
That's how
Like,
you imagine.
Saying pure rage.
Like that one specific scene. Just
Yes.
How long does flaming sphere last?
3 hours and 45 minutes.
What?
I don't know.
It says concentration up to a minute. Okay, you're still good. I just want to make sure. All right, so this one did make its dexterity saving throw, so it takes a little bit of damage. This one did not make its dexterity saving throw. So Taloxia, once again, you're kind of starting to think maybe that flaming sphere is coming after you because you keep running into it.
Crap.
Small Drax, the party's starting to wind down.
I'm still just gonna go after this guy right in front of me. He's making me mad. I can't hit him. I'm just gonna keep swinging the warhammer. Not today.
No, not today. We're still. Okay. This one's gonna try to come back at you. We can do this. We can do the slap boxing match all day.
Should just went in for the fight.
Oh, so brutal.
But this guy's actually gonna hit for once.
Wow,
with a
about time.
whole fuck you with a whole 3 slashing damage.
Oh wow,
And you
so scary.
and I need to see a wisdom saving throw. Will you stop?
Okay, I'm done.
That's fine. Okay. Talaxia, everything's burning. What do you do?
I'm gonna attack this guy next to me again.
Nice.
Yay.
Okay. All right. So now this poor dude's on fire and he has a knife stuck in him. Thanks for that.
Oh, well, I'm not letting go of them. I'm just stabbing and pulling them back.
And he retaliated. Oh, no, I know. And he retaliated in kind. Not with that natural one. He ain't. Never mind.
Yay.
So Axia learned his lesson. Learn her lesson.
I know,
Don't
exactly.
throw your daggers.
Don't throw daggers.
Speaking of learning lessons, this one did not learn his lesson and is going to run and try to attack Lilith.
Crap.
It does not hit though. So
He just gets a fiery gaze over my shoulder. He should try to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, see if it's scared.
no. Okay. And Vesemir. Clean this up.
I'm gonna go help Talaxia.
Yay.
Those both hit. Let's see some damage.
Yeah, that was terrible.
That was terrible. That was awful. You that was bad and you should feel bad.
Well, because the fire is only thing doing damage. So I did 3.
Why is me?
That's tough.
Let's see. Just gotta do some quick maths here. You should be fine though. Hold on. Jesus.
25 plus 3.
Let's see. That's actually enough. You do manage to kill it. You stab it right through the head.
Yay.
I'm just so over these fucking things.
I just come from behind him. I'm just like, took over it.
Octavia's like, that's the spirit, boy. Good. Let it flow through you. And he's like, all right, small Drax, step out of the way. I think I know how to take care of this problem here. And he's gonna try to go in on the one that you were whipping around.
It's gonna
I
roll
was,
shit.
I was just flailing in front of it.
this paltry display. Damn. So, oh, for a second, I thought the Scarecrow's HP was Rictavia's HP. I was like, oh my god, no! What happened?
You broke the token.
Okay, so yeah, no, he actually does manage to kill the Scarecrow here,
Yay.
mainly with the spiritual weapon. All right, Elver's gonna whip around with the crossbow. And he's gonna shoot the one that's trying to attack Lilith because he's a gentleman.
Aw.
The crossbow's bolt sinks into the Scarecrow's head, but doesn't really seem to be too terribly perplexed by it.
I just want to look at this kid and be like, so you're a little bitch and you're dumb. Go hide.
Lilith, it's your turn.
Let us do our job.
That was my turn. That was a burn. No. I want to move my sacred or my flaming sphere because it's supposed to be like up to a minute, but
Yeah, if you okay, I'm just gonna let you know now. If you move your flaming sphere and it doesn't make the dexterity throw, it's gonna die.
okay.
You just want to do that?
Yeah, so the way I want to do this is I want to like turn and face this guy that like came to try to attack me and take this flaming sphere and toss it over my head and just right on top of him.
Okay. Well, it rolled a natural 1. So so that's exactly what happens. Okay.
Just send a gif of Vesemir after Lilith's
I love that gift so much. So good.
Yeah, that's Rick Tavia's the guy that's like in the background.
So this entire battle just ended with me like dropping a figurative microphone, but a flaming microphone.
That was a bonus action. You're not even worth a full action.
Oh!
I could just like dust myself off. Just like no.
Okay. So Adrian finally grows a pair and manages to get out from under the cart.
No, it's okay, Billy. We're all scared once.
First of all, his name's Adrian, but
You're Billy to me, buddy. Don't worry.
Alright,
Billy and Steve, that's all you have, right?
to Velaki.
Onward, horses! Come on, we kept our horses alive. Like you're doing good. One of them's got armor on. Like we're in good shape.
Yeah, I real nonchalantly just like hop back up on the back of the wagon. Like, all right, okay. Look at the guys.
You guys ride into Valakia. One of the horses has golden resplendent armor. That was just like,
Dude, that's what you can name the horses, Billy and Steve. Steve
No,
can be
I-
wearing armor.
I'm not using Steve. I
Unbelievable.
refuse the name of horse Steve.
Ah, you're Steve Prejudice. Prejudice said.
Yes, I am. I'm Stevist.
You Stevist. You Stevist.
Steve's a bad name. It's a terrible name.
I don't really
Wow.
know any Steves, so I can't.
It is.
Can't really
It's a bad name. I'm sorry.
say.
Okay, so as you guys are back on the trail now, first of all, Adrian tries to save face. He's like, "Ooh, man, that's good thing I took cover under that under that cart. That could have been bad."
It's okay, Steven. It's okay.
Steve. It's okay, Stephanie.
His name will change every time that we refer to him. Yes.
So I think our horse's name should be Hot Trot and Saucy Neigh.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes.
Write that down, somebody. That's important. It's good stuff.
I don't know. I just started thinking about weird things that sound good with horsey sounding things.
Okay, which one is Saucy Neigh and which one's Hot Trot? Wait, why am I fucking no?
Wait, Hot Trot should be the, or you think Saucy Neigh should be the armor wearing horse?
Ooh, definitely Saucy Neigh.
Saucy
Okay.
Neigh.
Okay. I love it. This is important stuff. Okay.
Saucy Neigh has the horse equivalent of 1,000-yard stare now.
I love it. I love it. Hot Trot and Saucy Neigh, bitches.
Anyways. Oh Jesus. What is
Oh,
this?
yes.
Oh.
Alright, so Elver actually he doesn't jump back into the shotgun seat. He actually goes onto the cart and he's looking at the damage that the scarecrow did on the barrel. And he's like, "Whew, that was a close one. Would have been really bad if they got into these barrels here.
Why?
But they didn't, so we're fine.
What's in the barrel, Steven?
Wine
Wine?
for the festival to save their vineyard.
Yeah.
It's
so
not
why would it be so bad if they got into the barrels?
Because they would have lost all their money.
It's one barrel.
All the barrels.
Hmm. Is it gunpowder?
It's the very almost room. Let them get their stuff out.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, he lifts the lid off and there's like a Ziploc bag full of Glocks.
Perfect.
No, he goes.
Let's do this.
He goes on to explain that it's not the wine; it's what the wine represents. It's the fact that Strahd and to a further extent, Baba Lysaga is so intent on causing misery to Barovians that they're even taking away like small creature comforts like food and drink from these people. Like this is like
that makes sense.
Like this is a complete and total campaign to dishearten the people of Barovia. Let's see. Hold on. Gotta make some more rolls here real quick. Oh, okay, first one. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot you guys are on the path. Okay, no, you guys are good. All right, so you actually, if you were in the wilderness, you would have had an encounter, but you're not. So you guys are fine. All right, so the rest of your travel goes particularly uneventful for the rest of that. Saucy Nay is still wounded. Sorry, Hot Trot. Hot Trot. I got to remember these names now. Put them in the Trello.
Yeah.
Very important.
So, but you guys do find yourselves back in familiar ground as you enter the town of Valaki. Hold on a second. I got to put the little banner there. Hold on. Where's the... It's always like right there, off, like just off where I need it to be.
I like the little sea monster on that lake there. That's pretty cool.
What? Who put a sea monster on the lake?
I saw a little sea
What happened?
monster.
There's a little shark fin on the lake.
Stop that.
Crack it.
Oh, actually, I need
It was.
to drag and drop your guys' things anyway. So, oh, there is a shark fin.
There's a monster somewhere, but it's cool.
There's a monster? I only saw the shark fin.
No, dude, I saw a little like a kraken like drawn on the sea, like on the
Oh,
lake.
yeah, sure enough. There's like a squid thing coming out of the big lake to the north of Valaki.
Yeah, go back.
No, we're not going back. No, not for that.
Turn back around. Let's go.
No.
Just
Wait a
pull the barrels out.
Wait a minute. I didn't see that. Okay.
We're giants.
No, yeah. There. Now you're slightly smaller.
Did you grab the ones from the other map?
I just grabbed the ones from the world map. Oh, man. Actually, yeah. Hold on. Let me grab the ones from the other map.
Because my health, I think my health is low.
Not anymore, Nate.
It's wrong, I mean.
Yeah.
It was too high.
Yeah. Jose, were you that kid in school that's like, oh, teacher, we still have homework to turn in?
Nah, dude, I wouldn't say shit.
Say that's how you get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Oh, God, we have a guy like that at work, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, man.
That's the kid that didn't get his ass beat.
Yeah, jeez.
How many times we got to teach you this lesson?
You're like cracking your knuckles, gut to like playground.
Oh, wait. That's me. Stop it.
Sorry.
Hold on. I'm going to scale you guys down real quick. Okay, there you go. All right, so you're back in the familiar village of Valaki. It's been a while since you've been here.
Like a day?
Actually, I think it's been like 2 days. 2, maybe 3 days, actually.
They thought we were dead.
Look, we found Octavio.
I hope they're dead. I mean, I hope they're not dead. So when you guys...
I hope, just like they're definitely dead.
He's resting. It's fine. So when you guys get to about here on the path here, the brothers actually start to turn the cart and like, yeah, real quick, we gotta make a detour. One of these wines belong to the Vistani camp.
Right, I need to talk to them because they know something.
They don't know something, but the elves that they're camping with know something.
Right.
That's what Davian said.
I don't remember from last session. It was the path to
You don't-
the mountain or whatever. Like what's in that area?
There was something in the mountain, and Davian suspects. Davian and Rictavio also kind of believe that if anyone would know who it is, or anyone know what it is, it would be the Dusk Elves. Because
Right.
naturally, Dusk Elves are long living and crap like that.
Yes, mythical
So,
creatures.
yes. So, hold on just a moment. All right. And I'm going to plop you guys here, and then I have to read the description. So, give me just a moment. Can you guys see everything okay?
Yes.
A lot of
Okay.
horses.
A lot of darkness for me.
Oh,
Is it really?
It's on the upper. It's on the upper right corner.
Like the buildings and stuff, I can't see behind her. I'm not sure how.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's just a dynamic item.
Okay.
Do-do-do. Okay, hold on just a second. All the way to the back of the book.
oh.
How long did it take us to get from where we were at fighting to Vallaki?
With Velok, with the fighting, because the fighting does D&D combat usually doesn't take very long in
Right.
real world time. So I'd say that's probably like 4 or 5 minutes. But it was a roughly 2 hours travel
Okay.
from the winery to back to Vallaki.
And riding in a cart does not constitute as a short rest, right?
No, riding in a car does not constitute as a short rest.
Just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I know you. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to sneak one in on me. All right. So, the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing. A small grass-covered hill with low houses built into the side. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from this central area. You guys are free to move that how you want.
So Vallaki, I mean, the fuck, the Stannies, right?
Yes. So these things here are proper buildings. Like they're built into the hill.
Hey, it's a person right here. I want to say hi.
There's a person right there.
Yay.
Hi, stranger. We're here to deliver wine.
So the one thing that you know, first of all, when you say that you're delivering wine, he directs you towards the path that's leading up the hill. But the one thing you notice is that this guy here, actually, it says a grim, gray-cloaked figure stands in front of the door to this house, and it looks like a wood elf. Like the guy looks like a wood elf, but a wood elf that hasn't seen sun in a while.
So a pale
Like-
version of me.
Yeah, like it's like the swarthiness has kind of given way to more of a pallor. I'm using my big words today.
Okay. Thanks for letting me know. To go up the hill. Alright, we go all the way up here. That's a lot of horses.
The one thing you do notice that as you're wandering around the camp, where's Smalldrax?
I'm up right now.
Okay. That sounds like a concerned mother. Wait, where's Smalldrax? Where's your brother?
Where's your brother? Supposed to keep an eye on
I
him.
definitely looked over and all I saw were lights moving on his computer screen. And I was like,
Oh,
what's
yeah,
going
it's
on?
just-
I'm assuming we're all coming up here through like with a cart, right? To deliver the
Yeah,
wine.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, I mean, you guys can like jump off the cart and do whatever you want. Also, real quick, Vesmir, I'm going to move your token, but at the very bottom, you can kind of see a straight-on view
Oh,
of what the hovels look like.
cool.
So, yeah. So if you move your token to the very, very bottom of the page. All right, I'm moving you back. One thing you one thing that you guys seem to take notice is that there's no elf women. It's just men. You haven't seen a woman here.
Uncomfortable.
Should we
So-
ask somebody why that is?
Do we see anybody that looks like
Yeah.
an important person that's not guarding that door?
If okay, so if you ask for somebody important or
Okay,
something
well,
like
So I don't want to ask for somebody important. These guys who are delivering the wine. I'm assuming they've done this before. Like.
oh yeah, they're heading straight towards the Vistani camp.
The center of the circle thing.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
on top of it all. So, piled outside the wagons are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes the crack of a whip, followed by the howls of a young man. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze you see 6 Vistani passed out in various places on the dead grass. Actually, I'm going to move you guys inside. Vesemir, can you move inside the tent real quick? Okay, yeah. Everyone get inside the tent. Pile in.
Pile.
A barely
I'm here for the show.
Yeah. What a show. A barely conscious and shirtless teenager hugs the central tent pole, his wrists bound with rope and his back streaked with blood. An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the young man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the bigger man's shadow is a third man also clad in studded leather. Easy, brother, he says to the whip-wielding brute. I think Alexei has learned his lesson. Now, the 2 men that you see... Hold on a second. There should be some handouts. Hold on. One of them looks like this. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. One of them looks like this. This is the guy that told him, that said easy. And this is the guy doing the whipping.
He looks like a guy who does whipping.
Yeah.
They both look like guys that do whipping. Just
Y'all better quit that whipping.
Quit that whipping! Hey!
Dude, not in the face!
Ah, my nipples!
Oh my god.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Oh lord.
it's Balloon Shop for you guys. Early YouTube videos.
That was before YouTube was trash.
I will supply you with the resources for you guys to find out. But
No,
keep
it's okay. All right, so this guy here is the one being whipped, and these are the 2 whippings. These other 3 guys here are passed the fuck out. Like they're holding empty like wine bottles in their hands and they're loudly snoring and stuff like that. When they see you approaching, when they see you and the Mardikovs enter the tent, they stop their whipping, and the one that said easy, he approaches and he goes, "Ah, yes, I see you brought us our wine." When he talks, you recognize the voice. Now, does anybody remember, Aaron, not you, unfortunately, because you weren't here for the very, very beginning. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But does anybody remember how this campaign began?
Yeah, whoever delivered the letter to us.
You recognize the voice as the man who delivered the letter to you in that bar way, way back.
which one? The person being whipped, or
No, the person.
Abigail?
Aragal, the one that told his brother to ease up on the whipping. You recognize that voice, and you recognize him by his colorful clothing. He's not wearing the hat that he did.
Huh.
But you notice, hey, that's the son of a bitch that gave us that letter.
I was about to say, like, is this a good time for a hellish rebuke?
I see her do like her hand thing. I'm just like, wait.
No.
It's like, oh, but if it isn't you, my friend, how you been? It's been a long time.
Let's shake hands. Yeah.
and Aragol turns to you. He turns away from the Mardikovs while he's like signing the invoice for the delivery of the cask of wine, and he goes, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Oh.
I see so many faces.
Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't seen you in how long have we been here? Like a week now?
Just shy of a week, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't you remember us? We
For
were
3 months.
you gave us some invitations to come over here and find what was the damn, I can't remember the original letter. Let me see.
Burgomaster
Of
In Barovia, right?
Barovia. Yeah.
The
The
village
village
of
of Barovia.
Right, I mentioned that, like, like, hey, you got us here. Let me tell you, it's not the funnest of places to be at, but it's been quite an adventure. How you been? I see that you have been enjoying your time here.
You
You
just
just
see
see
me in the
background.
background.
I'll kill you. When you say that, he goes, "Oh, right, the adventurers, right? Yeah, sorry about all that. I was I was coerced, and when he says coerced, he obviously means forced. I was coerced into delivering said letter. I did not mean for what happened to obviously transpire, but they had me by the short hairs here. I had to do what I had to do for my people.
What's done is done. Now listen, who made you do this?
That would be none other than
Lord Voldemort.
Strahd.
Ah, I see. Well, it really sucks because we can't get out now, thanks to you.
Oh.
And as you can see, my friends here are not very happy about that.
I'm sorry. We try to do what we can to keep the peace between my people and Strahd, and sometimes that means I have to do unpleasant things. I don't want to do these things. I don't feel like, I don't feel like that's fair to draw people in from the outside world, but sometimes we have to do what he wants us to do. We got to, what's good for the what's good for the rooster is good for the roost. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Is that what's... Oh, sorry.
Do you have any idea of why he wants us here?
Are we just gonna ignore the bleeding and recently whipped teenager on the ground?
Yeah, are we not shocked by this? Are we not reacting to this? Like, oh, like what is
I
happening?
feel like I should be very pissed.
I've seen plenty of blood and whipping in my life.
I deserve it.
I'm trying to figure it out, like, if he knows, like, why specifically we're here. Also, if not, because I don't want to ruin the record we have right now with the Vistani. That's my main thing.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm trying to be like as nice as possible.
why?
This is, by the way, this is like outside of game. I'm just trying to like
No, I understand.
train of thought as a player.
Yeah.
Why you guys are being brought in, I'm not entirely sure. All I know is Strahd has asked us to go out using the Vistani's ability to leave the fog and bring back, in his words, able warriors.
Well,
This is something we regularly have to do.
listen. So far, the Vistani people have been great to us. We mostly appreciate that. But I have one question. Why are you whipping one of your own?
The other one begins to speak up, and when he talks, you immediately notice this dude is super drunk.
Luvash, I'm assuming.
Luvash.
Luvash.
Lovish. Also, oh, actually, fuck, I had a song for this area. Ah, never mind. Fuck, it's silly now.
Immersion is broken.
I mean, would you guys mind? Okay. Okay. So the one thing you kind of notice now, you're all like sort of settled in. The Vistani that you were dealing with before were like jovial, like what's the word? Salt of the earth kind of people.
Mhm.
These Vistani though are like, you kind of get the idea that even though a good majority of them are like passed out and stuff like that, you get the idea that they're kind of like eyeing your coin purse and stuff like that. And like, this is a much sleazier like atmosphere. Like, the lights are much dimmer in here. Like, it almost looks like someone tried to make an opium dent out of a tent. And like as you were approaching the Vistani camp, like the people were eyeing at you while they were like cleaning like under their like using a knife to clean under their fingernails and stuff like that. Like, you didn't feel welcome here. Sorry, I just should have said all that before. It's a lot to take in now. All right, but Luvash drunkenly explains that Alexei was supposed to be watching his daughter Arabelle. Sorry, I almost said Annabelle. Alexei was supposed to be watching his daughter Arabelle, Luvash's daughter, while he was out attending to business. And instead, Alexei decided to get drunk, and Arabelle ran away, and she's been gone for a little more than 4 days now.
This seems to be like a common thing.
They've been sending out Vistani to scour the woods to see if they can find her, but so far they haven't had any success. So now they're just whipping the shit out of the guy.
Well, damn.
Man.
All right. I'm glad I'm not a part of your group.
Yeah. Seems to be some issues there.
How old is Arabelle?
I'm sorry?
How old is Arabelle?
7 years old.
Did she recently get a doll from a guy named Linsky?
Luvash is like, we don't go into we don't deal with commoners and their toys. No.
Okay.
Maybe? No.
Do you have any idea where she would have run?
That's the look he gives you just because he's drunk. He's just like, oh, yeah. Oh, I know exactly where she went. Why didn't I fucking think of that? No, I don't know where she went. And like kind of does like the drunken stumble and like pokes the chest. If I knew where she was, she'd be back.
Luvash, listen,
How do you know my name?
for some reason, somehow, we ended up, Jesus, you know when you get like your funny bone, it's like
Ooh, ow.
like for
There's
some,
always some smarts like, that's so funny, is it?
yeah.
Aww.
Somehow we are looking for girls left and right in this.
Are we all?
No, I mean they run away or they're like kidnapped or something. So I understand your pain. Now,
Do you?
no.
No.
You're honest. I actually don't. Nor do I care.
I can't remember where do the Vistani did we tell the other Vistani that we want to take care of Strahd?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
And how did they react? I'm trying to remember that.
I don't think they did. I think they just kind of were like, "You're gonna take care of Strahd. Here you go. Here's your fortune. Go for it."
It was like kind of like not rejoicing. They're like, "Oh, hey, all right, man, good luck." Like,
Oh, okay, all right.
so
A celebratory send off.
And what is the
Yeah.
place? What is that place that we think that these guys know? Well, not these guys actually. Oh yeah, I asked you. So what do you tell me? What can you tell me about these elves? The first time I see them here in Barovia.
nah, these.
Well, no, sorry. I'm not asking Lavage. I'm asking Arigal.
Well, Luvash answers anyways because he's drunk and obnoxious. These elves, I'll fucking tell you what happened to these elves. They got their asses handed to them. That's what happened to these elves. Fucking Strahd put them in their place
Yes.
for being assholes. I don't know. Go talk to the head elf. I don't. He kind of like half-heartedly whips the guy again. Like it doesn't do damage. Just like
So there's a leader of these elves here.
yeah, go talk to Casimir, whatever his name is.
Kashmir.
Cashmere.
Gosh.
Like the Led Zeppelin song.
Badass.
No, actually, it's spelled Casimir.
Cashmere. Cashmere.
But he says it Cashmere because he's drunk.
What does Arigal say?
Ariel's like, yeah, he kind of. Well, I mean, I was going to be a little bit, more polite about it, but yeah, that's pretty much the long and the short of it.
Is there anything you guys want to ask here, these dudes?
No, I'm still just like fuming in the corner.
Oh, right, because he brought us here.
But, are you guys going to leave, like the tent?
I guess we're gonna talk to this Casimir.
Okay. Well, first of all, they tell you it's the most southernmost hovel. But as you leave, Aragorn goes, "Oh, by the way, I heard you received your fortunes from Madame Eva.
Yes, we did.
How's that going, by the way?"
It's going. We have
Taking care of business.
leads and places to be, and I think some of these elves might be able to help us with some things.
Yeah, I was just asking.
A lot of irons in the fire.
Why do you want to know?
This word gets around. I just,
Who told you?
For any reason?
the Vistani told me.
No.
Where
Okay.
where he goes on to explain that we are a band of traveling gypsies and we trade tales.
I want to look at what was his name again? Aragol?
Mhm.
Aragol, that was the girl. Yeah, Aragol. I just want to look at him and like, you need to speak straight. Like, do you have information for us, or are you going to continue to lead us in darkness?
You guys are already here, and one thing I know is that when you're here, only way is up, baby. So
You guys just see my eyes start to like flicker white.
just get pissed. Like that one vein. Like, in the corner of your
I think like my eyes are just like flickering on and off. Just,
head. No,
I
Lilith.
love the music, by the way.
I know, it's hysterical.
I know this is like the sleaziest sounding song I could find. and you're just like, no, Lilith, remember your karma.
the jerk.
Do we want to help? Do we want to help this little girl that's lost?
It's not her fault. Her dad's an asshole.
I mean, we know what she looks like now. If we come across her, we can help.
Or do we want to investigate the building where she was at?
Yeah.
The southernmost building.
This was the building she was at.
Oh, this was it inside of here.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what.
It's out of the opium den?
It's not an actual opium den. Jesus.
It just looks like an opium den, and there's a bunch of drunk dudes laying around in every corner.
Yes,
Yeah,
why
but-
would he leave his daughter there? Why would he leave her at home?
Yeah, they have like okay, whatever.
Oh,
Have they
They-
lived there?
they are a traveling band of gypsies. They live in tents and wagons.
All right, let's look for this Casimir.
Where they lay their head is home. Yeah. Anywhere I roam.
Oh, look, these are some nice horses.
Okay, so as you make your way through the camp, you hear the sound. You hear multiple sounds as you're going by every wagon. Some you can hear loud snoring. Some you can hear the laughter of children and screams of joy and stuff like that. And some you hear laughter of adults and you hear the clatter of dice and stuff like that. And they're obviously gambling. Let's see. There is one particular one. Where's that? Hold on. Oh, okay, never mind. You're good. All right. So as you make your way south, hold on, I got
Everybody check your pockets.
Mhm.
No, there's no you. You're fine. now, if Aragorn came and was like, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" Like, pat you on the back, then yeah, you might want to. Shit, we're in the wall.
This seems like an awful stereotype to continue on, but okay. Just want to say that.
Well, it's a fantasy world, so it's not a stereotype. It's just a type.
I don't know what this is based on.
Anyways, okay. So, Vesemir, you're gonna make your way to the southernmost hovel.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm assuming is the rest of the gang in tow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll just move y'all down here.
Fucking music.
It cracks me up. Oh my god, it's hysterical. It's amazing.
So good.
Super goes with it. It's perfect. Oh.
Okay. All right. So, standing quietly in front of his house, bathed in the warm lights of its lanterns, are three sullen, gray-cloaked figures. Their angular features and black flowing hair are half hidden under their cowls. They just kind of eye you as you're walking up.
Hello, friends.
Like, hi, we're here to talk to Casimir.
We know he's here.
I'm also an elf.
Yeah, they actually see that and like an elf from the outside, and the two kind of part and open the doors. I guess these doors? Yeah, they do have doors. Yay! Okay, and they let you into the hovel.
Thank you, fellow elves.
So let's see.
Oh, that looks
Okay,
Scary.
so Huh?
Mm.
The token looks scary.
Yeah.
oh, hold on. Okay, so sitting on the bed on the far side, or sorry, not on the bed. Why did I say bed? Sitting in the chair on the far side of the hovel is a hooded figure reading a book that looks a little something like this. And as he hears you guys approach, he looks up and does a thing with the book like this, like, and stands up. And unlike the Vistani, he actually greets you warmly. Now I have to find my place in the book again because I did that.
Velikov.
Yes, Casimir Velikov. Shit, I lost my place. Okay, there it is. Wait, no, I did. Yes, I did. His hovel, even though it's small, it's actually very comfortable. There's a fireplace that's going right now, and along the walls of the hovel are statuettes of Vesemir you recognize as elven deities.
Oh.
And on the opposite end of the hovel is a tapestry of a forest. So there you go. He says, outsiders. Outsider elf. What brings you here to my humble abode?
Casimir, I presume.
You presume correctly.
Well, fuck. What is that place? The place that we're going? The mountain? I keep forgetting the name.
When you say that, we're like, fuck, what's the mountain that I want to go to? He goes, you speak of Mount Gacus to the south?
Yeah, that one.
Sure.
And then his voice gets low. You must be speaking of the Amber Temple.
I don't think I know anything about an Amber Temple. I mean,
Wait.
yes, the Amber Temple.
Oh yeah, that.
Where's Rictavia? Rictavia's been up there this whole time. He's just like chasing butterflies. Let me see.
Can you spell the name of that mountain?
Cactus?
Yeah, Gacus. It's just how it spells, or just how it's Gacus.
Wow, seriously?
I'm a foreigner, so
That's not just how it is.
I definitely said Gaxis, Gacus. Like,
Yeah,
I said GACK or something like that.
Gary Gacus, the guy that created D&D.
so what can you tell us about Mount Cactus?
He gets a little bit more solemn and a little bit more reserved. He doesn't take his hood down. His hood's up the entire time.
He looks like an assassin from Assassin's Creed.
Mhm.
Yeah, but not nearly as edgy. And he goes, the Amber Temple is a place of ancient wisdom and also ancient evils. Evil. It is rumored, dare say believed, that the temple houses the powers that were bestowed upon Strahd, as well as other powers that would be seen as unconventional.
Have you been there before?
I have not. I have been waiting to see if I can find worthy, what's the word? Escorts, I suppose. Bodyguards, even. To provide me protection along to the Amber Temple. I am fully prepared for its for the journey there, and he holds up one hand, and you see a ring that is blued steel, but there's a plate on the finger, like on the front finger here, that is glowing red underneath the steel. You recognize it as a ring of warmth.
ooh.
Oh,
Wow.
Good thing to have.
I'm assuming
like, "What?"
it is very cold in this mountain.
From what I've gathered, if the wildlife doesn't kill you, the wilderness will.
Huh.
Wow.
So
Why do you want to go to this mountain?
he turns towards the fire, so his back's to you.
So dramatic.
And he says, I have been plagued by dreams sent by my sister in Castle Ravenloft. I must go to the Amber Temple and seek help for her there.
Well, Casimir, our fortune was read by the Vistani, and apparently we're meant to take on Strahd. And one of the readings was about a mountain with a treacherous road. And it seems that we both have the goal to go there. Do you have more of those rings?
No. This is the only one. No. That's the only one I had, and it took all of my gold trading for the Vistani to even get it.
Is this like a desk or table or something?
Is this what?
Is this a desk or table or something?
It's a table, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a table.
I'm gonna walk right on up to it and lay my sword down on the table.
You have a
You have my sword.
Nothing for it.
And my axe.
Until this is done.
Just look, guys. Can I just take a minute? So,
Yeah, I plop down the chair and still I'm nursing my calf wound.
Oh yeah. So Casimir. By the way, my name is Vesemir.
well met, Vesemir.
So it seems like your sister was Lord or trapped or captured?
No, she was murdered.
But you said she's at Castle Ravenloft.
Yes, she's buried in the catacombs under Castle Ravenloft.
And how was she murdered? Like, why? How is she there? How can you explain that?
Long ago, he goes on to explain that long ago, Strahd, what's the word? Not yearned, but approached his sister, who he says is named Patrina, to be his bride. She was stricken by her beauty and whatnot, and because she's an elf, like, how can you resist? Because he was already a vampire at this time, so it's like, hey, elf wife, it kind of works. However, this was directly after the conquering of the Valley of Barovia, in which the indigenous people, the elves, were more or less forced out of their home by the encroaching army that is now the Barovian army. And so instead of hold on a second. Shit. Hold on. I have to read like the exact details here. Hold on. Okay, yeah. So one of the Dusk Elves, instead of letting Strahd marry one of their own, instead, out of spite, murdered Patrina the day before their wedding. And as retribution against that, for a Dusk Elf murdering one of their own, Strahd had another Dusk Elf who was serving under Strahd at that time. I know this sounds confusing, but follow me here. Strahd had another Dusk Elf serving Strahd at that time named Rahadin. I'm going to put the name here in the chat. He explains that Rahadin fell into the fold of Strahd's army very early into the conquering of the Valley of Barovia and was a traitor to his people. So Strahd had Rahadin come and slay every Dusk Elf woman in the Valley of Barovia. And then he goes on to explain, and then as further retribution, he did this to me. And he lowers the hood, and you see that his ears have been hewn short. Like, their normally pointed elf ears have been cut, like, straight down.
Jeez.
I'm like slightly offended.
You should be very fucking offended.
And I'm like, yeah, I just get angry. I'm like, this is fucking disgusting.
That's really horrifying. Oh.
And I didn't. Just, whoa. Just so you guys know, I didn't play any of that. That's exactly how it is. So he goes, yes, I wish to go to the Amber Temple in hopes to revive my wrongly murdered sister. And then once I do that, I will kill Rahadin with my own hands if I have to.
So Rahadin's still alive?
Yes. He still serves Strahd to this day.
Do you know where we can find him?
He is Strahd's second in command. I no doubt if you run into Strahd, you will shortly run into him in some capacity.
Well, I tell you what. I have a personal stake in this bullshit. We were here originally to escape, to kill Strahd so we can get out. Now I want to kill Strahd just because he's messing with elves.
Look, man, you can fuck with the humans all you want.
Don't mess with the elves. Also, we have a cleric here, and if he gets powerful enough, he You might be able to revive some people.
Someday.
That's
Well,
his
I mean-
ultimate goal.
Well, he goes-
he looks at small drags and he's like,
Yeah. The flies buzzing around. Well,
don't judge a book by its cover. Trust me, he's a really good cleric.
He goes on to explain that Petrina was murdered hundreds of years ago, like some 300 odd years ago.
Oh, that's a long time.
So he said he goes on to explain that even the most powerful cleric cannot revive someone that long dead. It will have to take something outside conventional magic.
Wait. How long do elves live for?
Usually between 8 to 900 years.
Yeah.
Possible. How is he receiving dreams from his extremely long dead sister?
He said dreams, right?
Yeah, it's as when he explains that when he obviously he can't talk to his sister, but when he sleeps, he has visions of a tomb under Ravenloft, and then visions of a temple deep within a mountain. And he recognizes, just from being here so long, he recognizes like the location and stuff from landmarks and whatnot. He's like, it can only be the Amber Temple. Because I don't know about you guys. I don't know any other temples and mountains around here. So that kind of narrows it down.
So before I want to huddle with the team, kind of like a little ways, like excuse us.
Teresa's watching us, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
Hi.
Thanks for letting us borrow your boyfriend. Before I talk out loud, I'm like, it's Samir. Just give us a second. All right, guys. So, do we want to help this guy? Does he seem a little shady? I want to help him because they fucking cut his elf ears.
We should definitely help him out. I think
Yeah.
My sword's already on the table, so
All right.
He goes on to explain, I've learned powerful magics between then and now. Believe me, I will be.
Why are you
will not-
listening to our private conversation? Rude.
Yeah, we went over to make a huddle.
Because the room is like 5 by 5.
That's true. That's true.
Respect that.
Anyway, he says I will be more than well equipped to carry my own weight.
Casimir, you have my sword.
And obviously Lilith's sword's already on the table. And my bone club. But not my teeth. They're mine. And these teeth too, like the necklace.
2 extra teeth on there now.
don't take these.
No touching.
All right. So,
however,
so what do we need to go to this place?
you're going to need to have clothing or equipment that can survive extreme cold conditions.
Okay.
It's from everything I've heard and learned is that, well, first of all, it's a mountain, so the peaks of it are going to be cold, and it's a Barovian mountain, so
Very little
just
sunlight.
I would just you would need to be well equipped for this journey.
Okay. Anywhere can you point us somewhere we can find this kind of stuff? Or just like any regular jacket will do it.
No. You need to have winterized gear.
Mhm.
My best guess would be there's a pair of hunters in the inn in town.
Enough said.
Oh, we know those guys.
We know those dudes.
All right, so you're picking up what I'm putting down.
Yes.
If you have them hunt some
Kill them and take their clothes. Got it.
kill them, skin them, wear their skin as no. No, that was my second guess. No, if you hire them to hunt some wolves and bring you their pelts, that should be sufficient.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Sure. How many pelts?
A bunch.
He's like, I don't know. You might want to ask the experts on that.
He.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not gonna make the clothing. They're gonna make the clothing.
No, he's not going to make the clothing.
He sounded like he was gonna make the clothing. Okay, I'm just
He's like, why would I make the clothing? I got this thing right here. Why would I make the clothing?
Can I borrow that for a
set.
second?
No.
The designer in his spare time.
I
Yeah, why
mean,
not?
He looks pretty fly. Look at the way he's dressed.
He's a snappy dresser.
It's
He's
a
all
really
blue.
military coat.
Rick Tavia is like, okay, look, I'm just going to level with you guys. I don't feel comfortable doing this. Going up to the mountain.
Rictavio, when did you get so lame?
Rictavia, you were about to win me over again.
Yeah.
No, just if there's this unspeakable evil.
Wouldn't that make an amazing story for your book?
Look, kid, I don't do heroics. Okay, you're talking about an ancient temple and
Yeah.
already.
I bring out my book and I rip the page that he signed and throw it at him.
He's like, that's fine. I'll take that. But you know what? I've been around. You're gonna have to try a lot better than that, kid. I've been around pretty long.
Rictavio, what else do you have to do right now?
What happened, Rictavia? Tell me. Who hurt you?
Are you busy doing something else? No.
No, just listen to what I have to say.
Can I borrow your tiger? She seems to be way cooler.
The tiger's dead, by the way.
Oh shit.
What
Thank
is
you for bringing that back up.
Why did you have to bring that up?
Yeah, that one's pretty fresh. Thanks for that.
Sorry, I forgot.
You know what?
And he's just like,
All the animals now be all over here.
anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's an evil temple. It's a already evil temple in an evil land on top of a mountain. I mean, if you guys want to go, that's fine. But you can bring Casimir with you. But I just there's things I could do in town to further help. I can do some more investigating on the other artifacts or what have you. Just
Sure. I guess you can stay back and look for the other seeds of life or whatever the hell.
Yeah, fine.
I'm just saying.
We get it. You're a coward.
We can.
We've saved your life so many times, Rictavia.
Little baby Rictavio.
Under my breath, I'm just like, never meet your heroes. I'm so disappointed on you, Rictavia.
So disappointed. We thought you
You were
liked
so
that.
cool.
We have to go back to Valaki.
Malaki. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Casimir.
So,
Listen. Gonna help you. You're way cooler than Rictavia right now. That's a very low bar, so we're gonna go to Malaki real quick,
You guys are assholes.
deliver some wine, get some pelts, and get ready for this adventure, and we'll come back here to pick you up. Or do you want to join us in Valaki? It's up to you.
I'd really rather not. After everything, we Dusk Elves kind of keep to ourselves.
understandable. We'll be back here in 2 days' time. We're gonna gather our provisions and go deal with this festival of the sun.
Also, I feel something bad is gonna happen at the festival. But that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, we might have a dust up at the festival, but we'll be back. We'll be back. Feel back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
Stay cool.
Stay cool.
As you guys are leaving, Rictavia was like, "Look, I'm just saying,
I don't want to hear
maybe
it. Rictavia. I don't want to hear it. Get in the car. Get in the car. Don't look at me yet.
just you know what, you sit in the back, Rictavio. I don't want to.
I don't want
We
to
don't
bother.
want to talk to them anymore.
Oh my god, you guys are being so mean. Always after you.
Listen, Rictavia was so cool. What happened?
He's so cool. You guys are just being like, yeah, let's kill ourselves. He's like, no, wait, that's probably a bad idea.
We should listen to him then. I don't know.
No, that's not we listened to him. He got us in trouble.
God, Rictavio is such a fucking funny day.
Party pooper.
Why won't you let us go into this mountain? Okay.
We are adventurers, okay?
We know what we're doing.
Most of the time.
Anytime Rictavio talks from now on, I just like start talking over him like I'm not listening. I can't hear him. You guys hear that? No, me neither.
Wow.
On our way into town, do we want to check and see if oh hell, what are their names? Why can't I remember their names right now?
The hunters?
No. The people we were protecting.
Oh shit!
Thank you.
The winery people?
The whole reason we came here.
Is
Wait.
Irina, yeah. We should at least check in on them and also drop off the wine.
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
they're on the way, so we can like stop them a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Because as you guys approach the gates of Valaki, there's been some changes.
Oh shit!
In 2 days?
Yeah, a lot can happen in 2 days. Well, I mean, let me explain.
See what you do, Rictavio?
No, but damn.
It's just like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh, punching bag.
Okay, so, hold on a second. I got what's the name? So outside of the gates there's obviously the guards and whatnot, but there is also what did I put there? Hold on, I got both of them. I'm sorry.
Another festival.
The festival to introduce the festival.
Festival of the Arts. Get your limited edition stickers.
The music's starting. We gotta hurry. No, actually, outside the gates of Valaki is Danica, the wife of Erwin, who owns the Blue Water Inn.
Okay.
Adrian goes on to explain that we sent a raven ahead to let them know the wine shipment's coming in. So, however, at the actual gates themselves, along the not rafters, help me out here, like the wall, balustrade. I don't know what the term is, but along the walkway on the wall, you see there is a post that has been planted on the wall, and from the post hangs a person by the neck who even you don't have to make any medicine checks. They've obviously been dead for a couple of days. When Danica sees you guys approaching in the wagon, there is visible relief on her face, and she motions for the rest of you to get off the wagon. Do you guys do that? Like, do you guys get off the wagon?
Sure.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you guys got off the wagon, she kind of like, looks at Adrian over, is like, okay, you guys can go, and motions them in through the gates. And the guards come and they like check, state your business, blah blah blah, and whatnot. Like, we're delivering wine, and so they let them into the gates, and then they close the gates behind them. Danica kind of like brings you in close. She goes, look, a lot has happened in the past couple of days since you've been gone. She goes on to explain that you remember the guy that you guys freed from the Baron's mansion?
Yes.
She goes, well, they found him, and they publicly tried him, and he was found guilty of being an agent of Strahd.
The butler?
No, you dressed him up as a butler, but he was like in a closet, and he was like beaten and stuff like that.
Oh no.
Wasn't he just some random guy?
And Danica, wait, why is there two Vesemires?
I wondered about that.
No!
You.
Rictavio killed him.
Oh,
Damn it, Rictavio!
Why do you take away everything? When you say, isn't he just some random guy? Danica goes, he was a shoemaker, and his only real crime was that he spoke out against the Baron during the last festival. But apparently, through his malicious unhappiness, he was an agent of Strahd. Also, what are you doing? Stop it! Why are you scribbling on her?
We hate him now. Or so.
Aw.
No, stop that.
We don't hate him. We're just disappointed.
Yeah, it's a very strong word.
Anyways, so she goes further on to you guys are terrible. She goes further on to explain that, and also word's gotten out. He, unfortunately, the shoemaker. His name is Udo, Udo, Udo. He confessed, and he confessed as to who broke him from his bonds. They tortured it out of him. They didn't believe me. He didn't sing, but they tortured it out of him. And because of that, you guys aren't really welcome in town. And she points at the row of wanted posters that each have a caricature of one of you guys on it.
Ooh.
The one for Vesemir has him where like his ears are so long they look like goblin ears, and he has like a long pointed nose, and he's like like kind of looking.
I want to grab one.
Hold on. The one for Talaxia makes her look like a pigeon with a headdress on. Like the eyes are obviously like facing the other way, and she's like like a tongue poking out. The one for Lilith looks like this horrifying like person with like flames like coming out of their eyes and stuff like that. The one for Raiden looks like Raiden is like a dullard, like he looks like a moron, and he's kind of drooling and stuff like that. But he's also he's also got like a really thick neck, and he looks like he has like a thumb for a face.
Aw.
But on top of that, he also has a really, really puny shield. Like it's like just covering his wrist, like kind of a shield.
That's hilarious.
Oh, the one for Small Drax just looks like Small Drax. Unfortunately,
They got that.
because I mean, you really can't get more scarier than the art he provided. Except there's like blood like dripping from his jaws and stuff like that, which again is not inaccurate. You know,
That's typical.
yeah. So
But did he see us? I thought he just saw us as like. I didn't think he actually saw us as a group. I thought we just like opened the closet and told him to run.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah. I think
I was downstairs.
no, what happened was that what happened was that he started to confess. Yeah, you obviously weren't there, but this is the explanation for it. He started to confess on who his rescuers were, and the Baron just assumed it's those fucking adventurers. They came in town, started causing trouble. I knew it, and so he just. It's like if it's one of them, it's all of them. So
what I'm hearing is that we need to take over the town.
Yeah, I was about to say, what I'm hearing is I need to use some disguise self and become
I
Strahd.
say we just punch things in the face.
I'll say freak this Baron out by becoming Strahd.
I do take one of the wanted posters and fold it and put it in my bag. I think it's hilarious.
and Danica goes, or you can just follow me because I know a secret entrance.
Okay, fine.
The easy way works.
But taking over the town's still on the table.
she's like, I'm not taking that away from you. Ain't no one taking that away from you. But just right now,
Seems like a bear needs a good slapping.
the guards are kind of keyed up for the festival. So let's just
Okay,
just
fine.
bring
I
it
guess.
down.
You're right. Sorry, the caricature kind of got me on edge.
As you look,
fucking Rictavio got me on edge.
she's like, what did I do?
I think it's more about the elf you just saw with cropped ears, so you're like, this is racist as hell.
Too many things happening at once. I lost respect for my hero. They cut the ears of an elf, and they made that funny caricature of me that looks like a goblin. So disrespectful.
He goes. Rick Tava is like, there's a lot to unpack here. You're really angry, and you're just taking it out on me.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're right.
You're not being constructive with your anger. You're a blood hunter, not a barbarian. I mean,
Right.
what? So, anyways, so she leads you around the wall to a certain section where, because the walls are like these logs or whatnot,
Mhm.
and so she looks and she looks for ones that has like a knot in the wood that's about eye level, and she kind of she gets on her knees and starts like feeling around for it, and she finds what she's looking for, and she kind of pops out a little section of the log and kind of sets it aside. And if you look into where the section is, it leads right behind like a nondescript alleyway that's just in the very back of town. Like no one's gonna notice where this is.
Okay.
And she goes, me and my husband had to use this because our children have an affliction. So during the really bad episodes, we needed a less conspicuous way.
Yeah,
Of,
we know.
What do you mean affliction?
They
And
brought
Rick Tavia's like, all right, just spit it out. I know you guys are lycanthropes.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Oh yeah.
And when he says that, Danica like kind of blushes, like, oh shit. She's like, all right, I might as well just come clean. And she's like, I am a lycanthrope. However, I don't turn into a wolf. And all of a sudden, her clothes like just like Obi-Wan Kenobi from the first Star Wars, and out of the folds of clothes comes a larger than normal raven
I knew it.
with intelligent eyes.
My kind of people.
I look at him
So-
like, fucking cool as hell.
And she gets back in her clothes and retransforms because this PG-13. So
I just kind of like high five her, like I have wings too.
Badass.
she's like, this is more of a curse, but thank you, I guess.
No, that's cool. You own that.
Yeah, it's not so bad to be a bird person.
You can
Okay.
control it. Yeah, look at this thing, and I point at Slaxy.
I'm a bird permanently, okay?
I just imagine like at that particular moment, Talox is like pecking for worms.
What? Yeah.
It's just got like a worm like wriggling in her mouth.
The world is big. Okay, there's all kinds. You're,
Yeah. I have retractable wings. It's great.
True. Yeah, exactly. See.
Yeah, love yourself. Love yourself. As I like slobber down a worm, you know. So good. It's so good.
Girl,
Come
you own it.
But she goes on to say that there is a curse in the Mardukov family that anyone who takes their name becomes a lycanthrope, a were-raven.
Oh. Just by having a name.
Wow.
Well, apparently what the legend was that one of our ancestors, and she goes, I had actually married into the family. It's a long thing. She says one of our ancestors, a man by the name of Arginus Mardukov, allied with the Dusk Elves against Strahd and sought to be a spy. And when he was found out, he was transformed by the court wizard, by Strahd's court wizard, to be a bird because he was acting like a little bird for the army.
Oh.
So he cursed him and my family. Anyone that takes up the Mardukov name is afflicted by this. So and you can tell she kind of has like a motherly, like a sort of motherly pain when she goes on to explain that her children have no control over this lycanthropy. So she's like, I can't tell you how painful it is to try to usher a crying baby in the middle of the night before the full moon rises and not disturb any of the guards. Yeah, it's not fun. So yeah, I am trying to own this, but it's not easy.
It doesn't sound easy.
We're sorry to hear that.
So she goes, anyways, let's go to the town. You guys look pretty beaten up. You guys can rest at the inn, and then that should be in time for the festival. If you guys want to, of course, naturally.
Yeah, nice rest inside of a hostel area.
Yeah, let's have a little rest.
Perfect.
Oh, she goes, sorry. Yeah, I should have said something. And she like opens up her rucksacks. I brought hoods for you guys. I don't think the guards are gonna mind because she kind of looks up, and the storm clouds from yesterday have not receded. It stopped raining, but the storm clouds are still there, with a sort of, I guess, what's the word? Ominousness. So she says, "Looks like rain." I doubt any of the guards are going to take a second glance at you if you wear these cloaks.
Do you have anything for his tail and her feathers?
Tail up, maybe.
String?
Long scarf.
Well, I mean, the cloaks are more like robes, like they cover
Okay.
everything. Yeah. So,
Cool.
okay. So you guys are going back to the village of Valaki, and I feel like that's a good stopping point because it's 10 o'clock.
And we are wanted, and we're level 7 now, right?
No,
No.
you're still level 6.
Oh.
Yeah, you tried.
Dang. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, boo.
Our choices had consequences. How about
Yay.
that?
Yeah.
I told you guys not to free him.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I got fired.
Well,
No,
we helped him most of the way. It's his fault he got caught.
Yeah, what a puto. Jesus Christ.
He's a shoemaker. He's not like.
He should be
Yeah.
able to run fast.
seriously, we can't watch him all the time.
Alright, so the goal is to.
Murder.
Well, at this point, I kind of want to take over the town to be done with bullshit, but we need to get wolf pelts
Mhm.
in order to go with Casimir. What's his name?
Casimir.
Casimir. Into that mountain, which is one of our cards,
Mhm.
and find whatever's inside of that evil temple.
Whatever it is going to help us, so we definitely need to go.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So you guys, there's the Amber Temple in the mountain, and there is Argenvost Holt at the foot of the Amber, or at the foot of the mountain. And then there's also the ruins of Berez. So it's actually, let me look at the map. I think they're all like right within one another.
What about Watcher Haas? Wasn't that the town? There's-
That is in the town of Valaki.
Oh, it's in Milwaukee. Okay.
I don't know if it's pronounced Watchter or Wachter. I don't know. They didn't give me a pronunciation guide. They're like, here, have fun. So, let's see. Yeah. So, they're actually all pretty close to one another.
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay. Right now we're just not welcome in Valaki, which sucks.
Yeah. Actually, the closest one to you is, looking at the map, the closest one to you is Argenvost Hole. So it's like right outside of town.
Sweet. Excellent. Do we want to schedule as usual Wednesday?
Yeah, that sounds. I mean, if anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. I'm really sorry for the last second change because it was Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. It was either Tuesday or Monday. And my stepmom's like, "Hey, don't forget to come over Wednesday to wish your little brother a happy birthday." And I'm like, "Shit."
Life happens. We fully understand.
Uh,
I'm gonna finish the stream. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next Wednesday. Thank you for sticking along. Follow us, Instagram, Twitter, all the things, YouTube, and listen to our podcast on Spotify and iTunes. Bye.
Bye.